This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Settles under it. The senior makes the catch. Perfection. The Shannock, again, are your Class 2A state champions.
Force out the third, and that will do it. Mohawk is your 3A softball champions.
Buzzer's gonna sound. Union repeats as the Class 1A Wpial champions.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
The sideline getting by one defender, and he's going to go all the way. By Harrison. Harrison on the ground finds Blundo. Blundo rolls it in, up and good for two.
Shallow right field, giving a run, a sliding catch made.
Down to 6 on the play clock. Here's the snap in the hole. The kick is up. The kick is long enough. It is good.
That's fly ball deep right field. Get out of here.
Hope running for his life. Throws it up for grab. There's a man open.
Touchdown.
No way.
Away from him. Right back to Stanley from the seat of his pants, and he throws it off the window and in.
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Live from Taggart Stadium in Newcastle, it's high school football in the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Tonight, Knoch takes on Newcastle. Tonight's broadcast on the lcsportsnet.com is brought to you by Maley Chiropractic, keeping you in the game. MVP Insurance, simplify insurance, call MVP for the win. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. Penn, Ohio Bottled Water, home and business bottled water delivery. The Red Zone, score big at the Red Zone. Maduro Bonner Law, a community law firm dedicated to protecting your possessions. Gem Builders Inc., creative edge for your contracting work. Pontius Insurance, protecting those you love. Work in Progress Paint Service and residential and commercial projects. The City Rescue Mission, transforming lives in crisis since 1911. The Tri-County Principles. And by the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. Hi, everyone. I'm Tim Continenz, along with James Dotson, as we get ready for tonight's game here at Taggart Stadium. It is homecoming, so this is going to be a little brief as we get ready for homecoming celebration coming up here in a few minutes here, James.
Yeah, we'll turn it over to the public address for the introduction of the King and Queen candidates. They will also be announcing the King and Queen here during pregame, but we're going to have a great battle here. This is non-conference, so in theory it doesn't mean anything. But with the new wild card system, Tim, only 8 teams make it to the playoffs. That's the top 2 from each of the 3 conferences in Class 4A, and then 2 wild card teams after that, and that's based off what the committee determines and what they decide are the next 2 best teams. And it is very feasible, like if you look at on paper, that you could have both Knoch and Newcastle finishing 3rd or 4th in their respective conferences. This game is almost like a pseudo playoff game, as the winner, if you do go by chalk and end up in that 3rd or 4th place, the winner has the chance to make it as the team that is a wild card. The loser, it's going to be almost, you have to be in the top 2 to be in consideration for the playoffs at that point. So on paper, this looks like doesn't matter, but in all honesty, this is huge when it comes to potential wild cards when we're talking playoffs 5 or 6 weeks from now.
All right, let's take our first time out of our pregame show. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
For 20 years, Maley Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Maley Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Maley Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Involved in her church.
Newcastle gets Knoch coming up momentarily. We're going to turn it over for introduction of the King and Queen candidates and the underclassmen representatives here at Newcastle for homecoming festivities at Taggart Stadium.
Sophomore attendant Kalia Gardner. Kalia is the daughter of Tiffany Altman and Kevin Gardner. She is an honors student and serves as vice president of the sophomore class. Kalia is a member of peer leadership as well as the varsity cheer team and has been a Natalie's Cheer and Tumble All-Star cheerleader for 7 years. She can also be heard at the football games as the familiar voice of the Red Hurricane Marching Band. Her escort this evening is sophomore Tyson Gardner, son of Ruth Ann and Antoine Gardner. Junior attendant, Amiris Rogers. Amiris is the daughter of Sharday Mercer and James Rogers. She is a member of student council and is part of both the high-kicking Candy Canes and the varsity cheer team. Amiris is greatly involved in her community and volunteers in her free time. She also has her own hair business called Amiris Did It. Her escort this evening is junior Julius Williams, son of Deora Wright and Julius Williams. And now the senior court. Senior attendant Joelle Bradley. Joelle is the daughter of Melanie Bradley. She is a 3-year letterman in track and a 2-year captain of the flag line. She is actively involved in peer leadership, student council, National Honor Society, and the Penn State Talent Search program. She plans to join both the bocce and bowling teams this year. Joelle is a positive influence in her community, volunteering in many capacities. She plans to attend the University of Akron to study pediatric nursing. Her escort for this evening is senior Casey Ondako, son of Bess and Larry Ondako. Senior attendant Olivia Hood. Olivia is the daughter of Diana and Christopher Hood. She is a member of Student Council, National Honor Society, and the Penn State Talent Search program. Olivia is a 4-year member and senior captain of the varsity softball team. Outside of school, Olivia plays for the travel softball team Texas Glory. After high school, Olivia has committed to play softball at Cleveland State University, where she will major in health science. Olivia's dream is to become a physician's assistant for a professional sports team. Her escort for the evening is senior Mason Patrone, son of Danielle and Michael Patrone. Senior attendant Mia Lyles. Mia is the daughter of Simone and Robert Lyles. Mia's activities include National Honor Society, Student Council, Pennsylvania Junior Academy of Science, and the Penn State Talent Search program. She also serves as the senior class vice president. Throughout high school, Mia has been part of both the musical theater program and the high-kicking Candy Canes, where she now serves as a captain. Outside of school, she is a coach for the Newcastle Junior Mints and Peppermints dance teams. Mia plans to attend college, where she will major in biomedical engineering. Her escort for this evening is senior Nicholas Bogart Lee, son of Eddie Bogart and Robert Lee. Senior attendant, Mariana Mercer. Mariana is the daughter of Brianna Cassidy and Marlon Mercer. Mariana has been a cheerleader for 10 years for Newcastle, as well as the varsity cheer team. She is a longtime member of Natalie's Cheer and Tumble team. She serves as captain for the cheer team. She is also a member of the track team. Mariana participates in student council and is the secretary of the senior class. She likes to spend her free time with her family and friends. Mariana plans to attend West Virginia University and major in dental hygiene to realize her dream of brightening everyone's smile by becoming a dental hygienist. Her escort this evening is senior Maddox Perkins, son of Diane Forkey and Maurice Perkins. Senior attendant, Michaela Miller. Michaela is the daughter of Monica Miller and Dante Calhoun. She is a member of National Honor Society and treasurer of the senior class. After high school, Michaela plans to attend Spelman College, a historically black women's liberal arts college in Atlanta, Georgia, and major in nursing. Michaela's dream is to be a traveling nurse, making people feel safe and cared for. Her escort this evening is senior Rajari Sunny Roberson, daughter of Anika Tyson and Robert Roberson. Senior attendant, Catherine Rice. Catherine is the daughter of Tina Newell and Derek Newell. She is a member of the varsity track team and captain of the Newcastle varsity cheer team. Catherine is passionate about her faith and loves the knowledge she gains on her journey with God at her church, Whole Truth Ministries. After high school, Catherine plans to attend a 2-year college program majoring in radiology, hoping to give mothers the opportunity to hear their child's heartbeat for the very first time. Her escort this evening is Samuel Ondako, son of Bess and Larry Ondako. And now, returning as the 2023 Homecoming Queen, Jory Malone. Jory currently attends Penn State Shenango, where she is a member of the volleyball team. She is majoring in nursing with plans of becoming a pediatric nurse. Her escort this evening is the 2023 Homecoming King, Malik Jefferson. Malik currently attends Penn West California University, where he is a member of the football team and is majoring in business. This year's junior representatives are second graders G. Malad, Aro Coco, and Carson Reed. And now, the 2024 Newcastle High Homecoming Queen is Catherine Rice.
And we'll be back right after this as you're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
I'd like to remind everyone that we have a concession stand on the visitor's side, and there are 2 food trucks in the end zone.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my Axe driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
And welcome back here to Taggart Stadium in Newcastle as we get ready for tonight's game between the Red Hurricanes and the Knights from Knoch. As we just had our pregame, was the homecoming queen came in, and the homecoming queen was Catherine Rice for Newcastle, and we'll have more about that a little later. And our pregame interviews will be brought to you by Axe, and it's here for you. Well, we'll do that about a little bit later. And then as we get into it, I was going to say we got the matchup between Knoch and Newcastle here, James, and it's going to be an interesting matchup because we found out in pregame that Colt Sprinkle is not dressed.
He is in street clothes. So the whole scenario of quarterback at Knoch was a very intriguing one because a guy by the name of Cody Mullen, he had one of the greatest years for a Knoch quarterback in school history last year. Just shy of 1,800 passing yards, also was the team's leading rusher at 600 rushing yards, and had a total of 23 touchdowns. He is not the quarterback this year because Colt Sprinkle, after he and his family were done making a run on Family Feud, he transferred into Knoch School District. He was originally ruled ineligible, period, for everything. After appeals in the process, I think one of the correct moves, he was granted full eligibility. Issue was he only played 5 games last year due to injury. He got injured in their game last week against Montour. So bring back Cody Mullen back to the quarterback position. He ended up throwing a touchdown pass in the second half of that loss against Montour, and we expect to see Mullen back at the quarterback position. He was told by the coaching staff and Tim Perchek that they were going to be using him like a slash. They said, go look up slash Cordell Stewart. Like, wait, who? that was sad enough for us, but he said, well, that's kind of the role. You're going to take some quarterback snaps, you're going to be receiver, running back, a little bit of everything, but we expect, at least now with Sprinkle out of the lineup, Cody Mullen likely to be the top option throwing the football, but he's already got 4 touchdowns to lead Knoch from the field. Now he's going to be leading it literally from the quarterback position here tonight. Again, we expect, though it's also very possible they might go somewhere else as well.
All right, let's now do our pregame interview, and it's brought to you by Axes here for you to get there. Lawrence County door-to-door transportation services open to the public. Axe takes people to work, play, and anywhere else they need to go. Give them a call at 724-652-5588 for more information. And here's our conversation earlier with head coach Marzocco from Newcastle.
Back here in the pregame show, continuing with our Axe pregame conversation with Coach Mazzocco here of Newcastle. Hey, Coach, we talked on Wednesday. We wanted to talk a little bit about your offensive line and about controlling this game against Knoch here from the get-go in the trenches.
Yeah, no doubt. Every football game, you got to control the trenches. You got to control what's happening up front. And, offense and defensive line has to come out firing on all cylinders tonight because that's one of Knoch's strong points. They're very good up front. They come off the football, so we're going to have our hands full, but I feel that our kids are up to the challenge.
We were just chatting. They have the quarterback situation. One got injured last week. He was the transfer in. Anything you do preparation-wise, not knowing which quarterback you might see?
No, we pretty much covered everything, so we're prepared for both of them, whoever plays, and we'll just go from there.
What's your biggest key for tonight? Your last non-conference game before getting into the big conference play. What's your biggest key tonight?
I think we just want to come out. We want to play fast on offense. We want to play with a lot of tempo in and out of the huddle quickly. That's what we like to do, and cut out mistakes. Don't put the ball on the ground and eliminate penalties.
Easy enough. Coach, best of luck. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
And we'll be back with starting lineups, keys to the game, and opening kickoff here from Taggart Stadium. Non-conference action, Class 4A, Newcastle and Knoch here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Zingleople or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
And welcome back here to Taggart Stadium. It was great to hear from Coach Mo as he gets ready for tonight's game as Newcastle takes on Knoch. And James, it's now time to look at some of the keys to tonight's game. Let's look at tonight's keys of the game presented to you by Works in Progress Paint Service. Give Joe Wright a call, 724-714-4294 to discuss your next painting project.
Well, for Newcastle, it all starts with that lefty lightning, your left-handed quarterback in Kyrell Harris. 8 touchdown passes, 1 interception on the year, and one of his top receivers in Chase Lemon. We'll talk more about him here in a moment, but the big plays on defense also going to be key for Newcastle. For Knoch, we talked about Mullen as a slash. They need to sustain their drives. They're knocking on the door. They had a great year last year. Thought it still could be better than that 7-win season, 8-win season they had a year ago. That's some of the keys to the game. We'll talk more about them here in a moment. Director Nick Yoho and the Newcastle Marching Band with your national anthem. The one I wanted to really go back on with those works in progress keys to the game is the Lemon Law. Chase Lemon, just an absolute force, really. And he's had to be on both sides of the football. And talking with the Kyron coaching staff, they're just ecstatic about the way that this kid plays the game because the comparison that Coach Mazzocco gave on our podcast on Wednesday, he kind of reminded you of a Peyton Weaver, who, by the way, Peyton Weaver now a assistant coach here at Newcastle, the former Neshannock running back and linebacker, just kind of has that grit, that intensity, somebody who plays well above his size. Lemon, wearing number 0, listed at 5'10", might be a little bit generous there, but at 5'10", 155 pounds, again, plays a lot bigger than that. Had a couple of touchdowns in the Week 0 win, and then this game-sealing interception on the 2-point conversion. He's just been a great threat, mainly out of the slot. All these guys, such great playmakers and such great speed all around the field for Newcastle. And that's why I think Knoch needs to sustain some drives to keep their defense off the field as much as possible for them. Because if you get into a track meet with Newcastle, pun intended, you're going to be in trouble because there's just too much speed on this Newcastle field that for Knoch to be able to handle. And also, I'm a little surprised just looking at the roster size in terms of number of dressed bodies on the Knoch sideline. Just doesn't look nearly as big as Newcastle. I mean, looking at the roster itself, pretty similar. Newcastle definitely a little bit larger, but much more discrepancy than I was anticipating seeing out there, Tim.
It's probably a difference about 12 to 15 players between these two schools. So not necessarily having the 2 or 3 deep that most schools would like to have, as we got both the captains now coming out to midfield for tonight's tossing of the coin to get tonight's game started. But go back to some of our keys. You mentioned Chase Lemon. He's averaging just under 14 yards per catch this year. I mean, that's just big play material.
Yeah, big plays. That's what it is. Big plays, but also in the running game. I mean, you look at Kyrell Harris using his legs really for the first time in his tenure as the Newcastle quarterback. He had a 94-yard touchdown run last week in their win against York. 27 unanswered to end the game there. Here, your captains meeting at midfield. Let's give them a shout-out. Nate McKnight, Kayvon Gardner, Kyrell Harris, and Marcos Diaz for Newcastle. And on the other side for Knoch, Wyatt Frazier, Caden Spencer, Cody Mullen, and Wyatt Foster. Wyatt Foster would be a 4-year starter on that offensive line for Knoch, but he has not played it down yet this year due to injury. So there's just more of the talk about injury bug maybe affecting the Knoch Knights here in this game. One final tune-up before conference play, but again, this matters a lot in terms of a potential wild card bid in Class 4A.
And Newcastle won the toss. They'll defer to the second half. They will kick right to left to start tonight's ball game, as Knoch will have the ball first. Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by the Crane Room. Grab a seat at the bar in the dining room or the loft, or outside or on the patio. There's plenty of room at the Crane Room. Place an order to go, dinner, homemade desserts, even Crowler to go. Give the place a call at 724-656-1553.
And let's get it out of the way right now. Your winning word of the day, if you go to the Crane Room later after the game, say the word flag, and you're going to get a free Crane Chips appetizer. That's in honor of not hopefully the flags that we might see on the field tonight, but flag football, an official sport now in the PIAA. Girls flag football will begin next spring of 2026. It will begin. We'll each of those full starting lineups here for Knoch and Newcastle as we're
just about ready to get underway as Newcastle teases the ball up at the 40-yard line. They'll be kicking right to left on your devices here tonight. 12 minutes on the clock, and there's the kick. It's a short kick to field it at 20. Across the 25 to the 30, and the pile will get close to the 35-yard line. And that's where Knoch will start first down and 10.
Michael Harris in there on the tackle. So we'll see who the starting quarterback is. We'll start with the O-line, expecting Caden Myers, Makai Noah Brown, Zach Zabalski, Dylan Pinkerton, and Ben Martin on that offensive front. Your receivers, Wyatt Frazier, Caden Spencer, Cody Mullen a lot. You'll see Ethan Rolu as well out there. The running back is Sam Skirka. Only 22 attempts for him on the year. The tight end, Carter Barris. And again, we expect to see Cody Mullen at the quarterback position, and there is number 5 in the backfield. Again, last year's quarterback, moved to receiver this year, back now for his first official start of his senior campaign.
Takes the snap, and he'll go up the middle on a keeper. Slips a tackle, gets across the 40. Nice gain across to the 41-yard line. Goes Mullen.
Yeah, big hit toe coming up from the safety spot was Nate McKnight. McKnight and Wetzel are the safeties. Kayvon Gardner, Chase Lemon are the cornerbacks. Your linebacker core, Mason Cook and Jermaine Walker outside. Michael Harris, the middle linebacker. DJ Gordon, Marcos Diaz, Demetrius Fambro, and Jaden Schaefer on the defensive line.
Second down and 4. Shotgun again here for Mullen. Takes a snap, he'll hand it off, and you're going to catch him in the backfield and bring him down back at the 38-yard line. That was Schaefer on it defensively.
Yeah, coming and catching the running back from behind and getting him for a loss of a couple yards there, Tim. That's like a loss of 3, and that's kind of been unfortunately for Knoch at times, moving in that wrong direction.
3rd down and 7. Mullins will take the snap in shotgun.
That's what
He'll
they'll
send
do.
3 receivers actually to his right and 1 to his left. Sorry.
Yeah, that's right. That's what they'll do, though. They'll kind of do a check with me at the line, change the play.
Kind of bobble snap. They'll get it across the middle, and it's going to be enough for a 1st down. Making that catch was Caden Spencer.
Yeah, good job by Mullen to, re-grab the ball. And I don't think he threw that with the laces, to be honest, because the snap was a little low. He was, I think, just wanting to throw it right away, was focused more on the receiver than even getting the snap first, but regathered himself composure. It's his first start of the year, but certainly not the first start of his career.
Ball at midfield, 1st down and 10. Opening drive of tonight's ball game here at Taggart Stadium. They'll send 1 in motion, and it'll be Mullins on a keeper. He has room to his right. He's to the 40. Cuts back inside to the 30, down to the 26-yard line. Let's make him down about the 28 where his knees hit first. But a big run there, again, by Cody Mullen. Opening drive here for the Knoch Knights.
Well, and that's exactly it right there. The difference is that Mullen gives a little more athleticism than what Colt Sprinkle would have done. The difference is, though, getting from the quarterback position, yeah, you love to get him the ball out in space as a receiver as well. You can do it either way. Now you just have an extra dynamic with him running the football and passing it.
Handoff goes to Circa, and he goes straight up the middle, and he'll pick up about a yard. And he'll bring up 2nd down and long coming up here for Knoch.
So Newcastle's going to face a strong threat here in the early going, much like they did last week against York. York scored in the first quarter, but then they were able to hold them scoreless the rest of the way. But you know that Coach Mazzocco and the defense here, Coach Fermi, going to try to dial something up here to keep Knoch from getting points on the board on this opening drive.
1 in motion from left to right. Mullins will throw again. Overthrows his intended receiver. Out of the backfield again. That was Samuel Circa looking for the pass.
And that's similar to the play that he threw a touchdown pass last week against Montour on that little wheel route. The difference was in that game, the Montour safety tried to undercut it and got burned deep. No such thing happening there. Travis Wetzel reading it the whole way. And now a 3rd down and long, 3rd and 10.
3rd down and 10. Ball at the 28-yard line of the Canes. 2 receivers left and right. Mullen takes the snap. He's going to keep. Goes to his left. Has room. He's to the 25. Cuts back to the 20 and is brought down just shy of the 20-yard line. But it was going to bring up a 4th down and manageable here for Knoch as they're about 4th down and about 3, maybe 4 to go.
Yeah, Tim, that play call right there tells you exactly what Knoch was thinking. Let's get a few yards and let's make this into a 4th down and manageable here. And that zone read, again, you could tell he's used to running it. Ran it all last year. Great pull out of the running back's belly, keeps it himself, picks up 7, just outside the red zone, 4th down and 3.
So Mullen in shotgun. He'll have receivers to his left, a wing to his right.
Down to 7 on the play clock as they're trying to get something changed up here, Tim. They're going to have to take a timeout.
Yeah, this is going to, time will run out, and this will be our first Pontus Insurance timeout. Pontus Insurance. Give agents Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings a call and get started today. Visit them online at pontusinsurance.com.
I want to give another shout out real quick, though. We mentioned our podcast each and every Wednesday. We preview the upcoming games across the county on our Lawrence County SportsNet Beyond the Scoreboard podcast. It's delivered by Penn Ohio Bottled Water. Let Penn Ohio Bottled Water do the heavy lifting and bring refreshing water straight to your home or work. So here's the difference now, Tim, you got to look at. So most of the damage has been through the ground game with this more mobile quarterback, though, again, he threw for over 1,800 yards, so you can't just say, hey, we're going to crowd the box and make him throw, because he certainly can throw it over 18 or just shy of 1,800 yards a year ago. 4th and 3, it wouldn't surprise me you try to give your quarterback another run-pass option, maybe roll him out to the wide side of the field here.
Here we go, 4th down and 3, ball at the 20-yard line of the Canes. Empty backfield, he'll throw out, and he'll complete it. Again, this time out to Spencer one more time. That's his 2nd reception of the game. And that'll be enough for a 1st down here for the Knights.
And I think that might have just been a check with me, because just loads of room on that far sideline. Only 3 yards to go, and not playing press coverage quite enough there was Kayvon Gardner. Basically a 3-step, stop, catch the ball. It was thrown before he even stopped in his route.
Caden Spencer scored 6 touchdowns in 2023 on the receiving end. Mullins will keep. He'll go up the gut. He'll get hit around the 8-yard line and dropped right there. And we have a 4-minute drive going on here to open up tonight's ball game here for Knoch.
Yeah, Mullen already with 4 carries for 37 yards on the drive, and this will be the 10th play of the opening drive. We talked about it. That's one of the keys to this game is sustained drives for this Knoch Knights team.
So we got 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Mullen in the pistol. He'll send the backfield out on a wheel, and he's going to be rushed up. He'll throw on the run, has a man wide open in the corner, overthrows him out of bounds, incomplete.
Tim, wide open is an understatement. The closest person to defending the intended target on that play, who I believe was Spencer again, it was. Closest person to be able to cover him was our camera person, Ashley Pistachio, down there in the end zone. You can't keep your eyes locked up in the backfield too much. I think that's what McKnight did. He was focused on the backfield. You ended up having a chance at an open receiver, but the rush right up the gut forces the missed timing and forces the errant pass.
3rd down and goal here for Knoch. Mullins on the move. He'll throw it out. Again, a little too far for his intended receiver. Again, this time looking out of the backfield from the wing position was Circa.
Yeah, and again, I think that's also a play they had. I think he rushed it just a bit. That's what I was expecting to call on the last 4th down, Tim, as it looks like they're going to try to bring on the field goal unit here on 4th and goal from the 8. But I like the idea. Move the pocket, just was a little bit too rushed in trying to put that one away. So this will be, we assume, Cannon Trofimuk on to attempt the field goal. It'll be a 25-yard field goal? Yes.
Yes.
Left-footed kicker.
Trofimuk waiting to snap. Here's the hold and the kick. And it is through the upright, so we have our first score of the ball game as Knoch takes the lead 3-0. We're going to take a timeout as you're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with a level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenopal or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win, proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Deep to receive here for Newcastle. And here's the kick, and it's going to go towards the right sideline, picked up there by McKnight. Crosses the 30 to the 40 and is brought down there. Our scoring drive summary brought to you by Joseph Marketplace, Newcastle's favorite family-owned grocery and hometown store coffee shop. It was a 12-play, 57-yard drive capped on a 25-yard field goal by Trofimuk for Knoch.
And on that kick return there, let's take a look there at Catherine Rice and the rest of the homecoming court there, prosing with the cheerleaders. That Nate McKnight kickoff was dangerous because that's almost the exact way that they started the game against Highlands, the game that didn't happen technically. Or it's suspended. Right. It did happen, it's just suspended. Weird play there, Tim.
And there he goes to outside and going to gain about a yard on that unique play.
Yeah, that was weird. Not sure if there was miscommunication, if the snap came before it was supposed to. Didn't look like anybody was really ready for it. The ball bounced back to Harris, and he just picked it up and ran.
Kind of a broken play. Needless to say, 2nd down and 10 coming up here for Newcastle. We talked to Coach Mo, and he's talking about getting in and out of the huddle and getting to the line and making the call. It's going to be a big part of tonight's success. 3 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right here for Carell Harris. Harris takes the snap. He's back to pass. He'll throw it quickly out and short of Nate McKnight, and they'll bring up 3rd down and 10 coming up here quickly here for the Knights. So a big 3rd down coming right away, and a 3rd down and long.
Yeah, 3rd down and 8. Knoch faced one almost immediately as well. There's a 3rd and 7. They were able to pick it up and move the chains and sustain that long drive. I think this is a crucial one for Newcastle as well, as they substitute in Wetzel coming out, Quaylen Davis, the tight end, coming in.
Harris, 35 of 51 coming into the game with 535 yards on this season. Harris in the pistol. They'll send 4 receivers in pattern. And they're going to hand it off as they spin forward as Gardner is going to cross the 45 up to about the 47-yard line. He'll be about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Yeah, so they try to catch Knoch napping, maybe a bit too much in prevent, try to get it to your Wpial champion track star. Picks up 5, but going to be 3 yards short, and it's going to be a 3 and out to begin the game for Newcastle.
So 2 ends deep for, actually they're going to send 1 medium and 1 deep here for Knoch as the last player comes running on here for the Canes. High snap over the head of the punter, and he'll go all the way back. And they'll fall on it at the 11-yard line. They might mark it at the 10, but excellent field position in the red zone coming up here for Knoch on that turnover.
Yeah, it's a loss of 37 yards on that snap, and you're right, nothing that could have been done by the punter, Omar Thomas. And it makes matters worse, he leapt up to try to catch it, and when he didn't get all the way up to it, Tim, he slipped on the way back down. If he hadn't done that, he may have been able to go pick it up and at least try to kick it back forward, but really did the smart thing and just fell on it and say, hey, all right, defense, let's go make another play now.
Well, now we'll bring Knoch out for 1st down and goal from the 10-yard line. Mullins in the pistol will take the snap. He'll hand it off and come and shooting a cap. Red Hurricanes. Number 23, Michael Harris, making a big play there in the backfield, bringing them down for a loss.
This Newcastle defense, let's face it, they've given up some points this year, Tim. They have a bit of a chip on their shoulder, no question about it. Looking to keep improving week after week, and they really have. Put up a 7 spot last week. The back's against the wall, though, here in the early going.
That turnover earlier brought to you by ModernaBarnLaw.com. Mullins will take the snap. He's back to pass. He's under pressure. He'll throw it short, and he'll fall incomplete.
Oh, he did.
They did catch it. Okay. That is Spencer, I believe. No, that is Circa making this catch.
Yeah, he had both Circa and Spencer going in that direction. Ends up being the shorter route, but having to go down to the ground to make the catch. Did pick up 2 yards back. 3rd and goal now from the 12.
As we enter the red zone, make sure you stop by the red zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs.
So again, another big play coming, and this is interesting what Knoch chooses to do. Because, yeah, you already got a 3-0 lead. You've been given a gift with this possession. They're running it here. They're thinking 4-down territory potentially.
They take the snap. He goes back to passes Mullins. He's under pressure. He's going to be run down. He's going to get down and throw the ball away. Nice play there by Mullins, escaping the pressure, getting close to the line of scrimmage, but also dumping the ball out of bounds once he got outside the containment.
It's kind of a little shovel pass forward just to make sure he got it out of bounds and got it past the line of scrimmage so that you save a few yards and makes it a more manageable kick. So already with a 25-yard field goal is Trofimuk. This one's going to be set down for a 29-yard attempt.
So the lefty back on. Ethan Rolu will, that is Cody Mullen will be holding for the lefty. Here's the snap in the hold, and the kick is up, and it is good. He splits the uprights again with 4:44 remaining. As we'll take another timeout. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Since 1911, the City Rescue Mission has been serving our community by providing food for the hungry, shelter for the homeless, and hope for the lost. We continue to love all that come through our doors, extending mercy and providing grace just as God has done for each of us, serving with a compassionate heart and sharing the good news of the gospel and the hope we all have in Jesus Christ, just like we've done since 1911. We can't do this alone, and we continue to need your help.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
McKnight on the return, and it takes it across the 30. Flag comes in late. And
Quaylen Davis was down, and the flag basically thrown right on top of him.
So I'm going to say is a push in the back. I believe we're going to have an illegal block in the back.
So your first penalty in the game looks like it's going to go against Newcastle. Here's a very unique drive summary. 4 plays for -2 yards, but a field goal put on, a 29-yard field goal this time from Trofimuk. He's got a pair of them, makes the score now 6-0 Knoch, just past the midway point of the opening quarter.
That is drive summary brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace, Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop.
I thought I might be hanging out on the balcony here, Tim. A little dark out there, though. We'll see.
4:38 remaining here in the first, and this will be Newcastle's 5th play from scrimmage, first of their second opportunity. They'll start this drive at the 23-yard line. I hand it off to Gardner, and he'll go forward and slip a tackle, crosses the 25, down to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, better start, though. Getting positive, a good chunk of positive yardage there on first down. 5 yards, staying ahead of the chains for Newcastle there.
So Harris at quarterback, Gardner and running back. Of course, McKnight, Harrison, and Lemons you'll see at the wideout with Quaylen Davis at tight end here for Newcastle.
And your O-line, Jaden Schaefer, Joseph Picaro, Marcus Diaz, Demetrius Fambro, and Brian Stevens.
And it's going to be a keeper here by Harris. Crosses the 30, picks up the first down. He gets out to about the 34-yard line. Nice run there by Carell.
First down of the game for the Canes there before Mullen brought him down. But there you see, I mean, God, just talk about a dynamic duo you have just with those two in the backfield of Kyrell Harris, whether he keeps it or whether he hands it off to the speedster and Kayvon Gardner. Gardner had 4 touchdowns, just shy of 200 yards back in week 0.
So the Canes on first down.
Senior Elijah Marshall in as an extra receiver now.
Harris in the pistol will bring McKnight in motion. I'll hand it off to Gardner, and he'll be caught and brought down at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Yeah, maybe even a loss of a couple of yards there, Tim. First man snuck through. Yeah. Thought he might have slipped away from him, but good job by Zabalski to hang on to him and not let the slippery Kayvon Gardner get away.
So the Canes facing a second down, and let's call it 11 coming up here.
But already the discrepancy. This is just the 7th play run by Newcastle, whereas you got already 16 plays on offense run by Knoch. This is exactly the type of game plan that the Knights would have had in store.
Harris takes the snap, quickly throws it out, gets it outside, and completes it over to Chase Lemon, and he'll pick up some nice yardage on the far sideline. Out to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, give him a gain of 9, his first catch of the game. He and McKnight coming in, leading the team with 12 receptions each. And that's what I like, though. Get it out in space. Give your playmakers a chance to make a play. They'll mark it that he stepped out of bounds at the 40, so it's going to be 3rd down and about 4 to go.
Big 3rd down again here for the Canes. 3 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Kyrell Harris in the pistol with Gardner in the backfield. Fake to Gardner, goes back to pass. He'll roll out to his right. He's looking downfield. He'll fire, has a man open. Jump ball goes off his hands. Ball's incomplete back around the 30-yard line.
Ball's incomplete.
And I believe that was Damian Harrison was the intended receiver.
It was Harrison, and I believe in coverage was number 1, Keaton Oprowski, and just a good job to stay with him. Turn to a basketball play, basically, going up for the jump ball. You think advantage to your 6'4 receiver in Harrison, but a good job to stay with him. Oprowski giving up. Well, the roster says Oprowski's 5 foot, we know that's not true, but he's not got a 16-inch advantage, but good job to jump up and make sure he got it.
Here for Thomas, and he gets the kick off. Nice driving kick. Back to the 25-yard line, and a fair catch called there.
Coming up at the half, we will have our first half stats and scoring recap. We'll give a shout out and checking out our LCAP instant replays. If you've ever wanted an exciting career working with children, well, LCAP Early Learning, they're looking for you. Apply online today. lccap.org/join our team. Also at the half, we will have our first chassis, well, not our first, our chassis toss this evening.
Yes.
We didn't get to have an official one last week at Neshannock because, well, they sold out of 50-50. So we made sure we got it plenty early in time. All those, if we win any of these 50-50s, they'll be going towards chassis scholarships.
And a run here by Mullins as he goes left side, gets close to the 30, crosses it, and he's just going to keep going forward.
Gain of about 4 or 5 on that one there, Tim.
That was the beanbag I seen tossed, trying to mark the spot.
Ball may have popped out for a moment then, but it looks like they fell right back on top of it. Clock stopped here with 2:17 remaining in the first quarter.
So second down coming up here for Knoch. Knoch controlling the game here as they've had great field position, running the ball, mixing it up with Cody Mullins, throwing and rushing the ball.
Oh,
there was a flag. Okay.
So it's tough because we're on the opposite side. It looks like a 5-yard face mask is the call. So it's going to be about a 3-yard run and then the 5-yard penalty. So it's going to be your very typical first down and 2.
Yeah. Let's see what Knoch chooses to do with this short field position on first down. Cody Mullins in the pistol. Takes the snap. He'll roll out to his left on a shuffle pass, and that'll be incomplete. It was kind of batted down.
Mullins' pass falls incomplete.
I mean, Newcastle got lucky on that one because, honestly, I think Mullen would have been better served just to tuck it and run because he could have used his receiver in front of him, and it was Rolu kind of like as a lead blocker. Instead, he said, you know what, let me try to flip it out to my speedster and just let him run with the football. The issue was he just didn't really fully get that, that toss, and that's why if that's baseball, it's like a middle infielder trying to do a backhanded toss, Tim. That's what we advise against. You got to go with the play and underhand toss it, not exactly advised in football either.
4 receivers set, 2 left, 2 right. Mullins throws out and falls incomplete as his intended receiver that time was Ethan Rolu.
So third down and call it a short 2 or a long 1 after the face mask penalty. Just under 2 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. A couple of field goals for Knoch.
Yeah.
A couple of punts for Newcastle so far.
Well, right now I think this defense for the Canes need to tighten up here. A big third down in 1 scenario. Mullins will go deep into the shotgun this time. He'll send Spencer out, and he'll run it up the middle on a keeper, and he's hit there, but a first down is made as he gets out to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, didn't need much. You had the blitz coming off the edge. He noticed it, stepped up in the pocket a little more quickly even than the play probably intentionally designed for.
At their own 39-yard line.
So first down and 10 here for.
By the way, that was Michael Harris making another big hit there to linebacker position.
Ball's loose in the backfield, picked up there by Mullins. He'll go forward. He'll gain about a yard on the broken play. Mullins went back to pass and just lost his grip on it. And it bounced right to him, and he just went right up the gut, picked up about a yard on the play. So we'll bring up second down and 9 coming up here for Knoch.
That's the second time that's happened already tonight there,
Yeah.
Tim. The ball's kind of gone through his hands. I mean, yes, new quarterback. We've said it a few times already, but not a new quarterback. He's been in this situation, but not so much this year yet.
Mullins going to do again with the keeper. He has room to midfield. He has speed. Cuts back to his left. And McKnight can't make the tackle, gets across the 30 down to the 35 before getting knocked out of bounds.
36 yards on that pickup right there. Already now 8 carries for 82 yards for Mullen. And right now I think Newcastle's going to have to try to make an adjustment. They're bringing these rushers off the edge, Tim, and he's burning them right up the gap in the center of the field. Going to have to try to switch something up because those holes on the quarterback draws right up the middle, are just massive. A Mack truck could have gone through that one.
So Knoch knocking on the door again inside the 25. They'll spend 2 wingmen in motion from right to left. I'll hand it off, get it to Spencer as he goes forward. Or excuse me, Zucra. That is Circa going forward, and Circa will get up to about the 20-yard line.
Well, that's the first positive carry for Sam Sturka, as that's going to also be the last play of the first quarter. -3, 0, -4, and that 3-yard gain. But all Knoch Knights here this evening at Newcastle High School.
Newcastle trailing by 6. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
Couple of special teams conversions, a couple of field goals for Knoch in the first quarter. They lead 6-0. Remember, special teams points this year are presented by Specialty Cookies by Lori Heights. For every special team point scored during our broadcast this year, Specialty Cookies will make a contribution to the Mark Shaw Scholarship Fund. Thanks again to the Heights family for their support of Shawsey Scholarships here in Lawrence County. And for more information on how you can support the new Mark Shaw Scholarship Fund, visit lcsportsnet.com/scholarship.
All right, as we change sides of the field as we enter the second quarter, 12 minutes on the clock. Knoch with the ball, 2nd down and 7 from the 21-yard line of Newcastle. Mullen back to pass, set up some screen. He'll get it, and it will be covered and go forward for maybe a couple of yards. Making that reception was Caden Spencer.
Yeah, but good job by the middle linebackers kind of staying at home, not allowing that play to develop. Mason Cook first one in there to defend, and kind of, you realize that as a pass rusher. Hey, I got in there a little bit too easily on that one. It's going to be no gain on the play, or I'd say gain of 1 they're going to give it to him.
So it'll be 3rd down and 6, let's call it. 2 receivers to the left, wing on the right-hand side. Mullins in the pistol. There's going to be an end around as they run it with Raul as he gets inside the 10. A nice run all the way down to the 5-yard line. Ethan Raul on that end around from the slot position was able to change position on that, and as the play was flowing to the right, they went left.
Yeah.
Actually, to the left, went right. Mullins on the keeper. Mullins inside the 5, down to the 3 as we're in the red zone one more time. Spirit Sales can help you raise big money for your organization. Fill out a form at the Red Zone, and the Red Zone will do the rest. Visit them online at redzonesports.com and see how your group can win. And it's Mullins again, right side, and in for the touchdown, I believe.
Yeah, he's in there.
Yeah.
Well, once they got down there inside the red zone, inside the 5, it was just going to be the Mullins show. Kind of like a Tim Tebow style, just run it up the gut, wouldn't be denied. But it all goes back to that end around on 3rd down, and what a great run by Rolu, because the defense really did a good job of spreading it out and forcing him towards the sideline, but he saw the seam, almost like it's a stretch play, planted the right foot, cut up the field quickly, puts it in the end zone, or got it inside the 10, and then now inside the end zone.
Cannon Trofimuk for the point after, and the kick is going to be through the uprights for the point, and Knoch extends their lead by 7. They now lead 13-0 over the Red Hurricanes. We're going to take a timeout. This will be a 30-second timeout. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
And welcome back here to Taggart Stadium, and a crowd that is kind of shocked here by the first 12 minutes or 13 minutes of tonight's ball game as the Canes trail 13-0 as they see Knoch score twice on field goals inside the 10-yard line for 20 and a 29-yard field goal, and now strike again for their first touchdown of the game. Here's a short kick. They'll kick it away, and it'll go out of bounds. And let's see what Coach Moe decides to do here. Chris Mazzocco could take it to the 35 or make him kick again.
With your dangerous weapons, I would like to try to kick it again, personally.
I was thinking that, too. That's why I was kind of curious to see what they'll do.
So Mullins' 2-yard run.
And that's what they're going to do. They're going to make him kick it again.
Smart. Mullins' 2-yard touchdown run caps off a 10-play, 73-yard scoring drive there, Tim. Just under 4 minutes off the clock. The time possession just off the charts right now in favor of Knoch. About 9 minutes to 3 minutes, basically. About 10 to 3.5 is probably the official number.
And that drive summary brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace. Check out the Cafe Bakery session and place an order to go online at josephsnc.com. Here's the kick. Another short kick. Filtered by the up back and goes right out of bounds.
Yeah, Wetzel just says, hey, I'll grab it, make sure we're safe, got out of bounds, and you gain 10 yards. There it is. Actually 11 officially that you gain by accepting that penalty instead of just taking it at the 35.
Obviously, they had that first kick, and where McKnight was able to get his hands on it, they don't want to see him with the ball. Simple as that. So first down and 10 ball. We're going to be at the 45-yard line of Newcastle. Newcastle trailing by 13. Carell Harris will be in the pistol. Gardner will dot the I. 3 receivers set, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Gardner takes the handoff. Gets across the 45, stretches it out to the 48-yard line. He'll pick up 3 on the run play. It'll bring up second down and 7 coming up here for the Red Hurricanes.
And really, Tim, at this point, you just got to be saying, hey, that first quarter, it is done. It is over with.
Yeah.
We just got to go back to playing Newcastle football like we've been doing these first 3 weeks of the season. Go play our game now.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting challenge for this team. They never really trailed like this. They've had back and forth games, but they've never trailed or been dominated, really. Here comes a little shuffle pass. Again, this is McKnight. Turns the corner, picks up the first down, and stretches it out to the 40-yard line. Nate McKnight gets it all the way down to the 41-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 here for Newcastle.
12-yard completion officially there, Tim. At least we'll call it a completion for now.
It is. A little shuffle pass.
Yeah, you never know how the official stats end up coming through. Especially a lot of them use like the automated systems, and sometimes those just accidentally switch it over. But that's why we got our backup stats man. Mr. Humphrey's got it all taken care of down there. I trust Billy.
2 receivers out to the right or left, 1 to the right. Quick throw out. This is a backwards pass, and it goes forward to the 30. Down to the 25-yard line goes Kayvon Gardner. Gardner out of the backfield.
Yeah, no question there. That one's a backwards pass.
Yep.
So it goes as a 13-yard rush. And this is the Newcastle offense we expected to see, getting a bit of a rhythm now. And again, quickly into the huddle, quickly back out. They make their substitutions, already getting to the line of scrimmage with 24 on the play clock.
So Harris looks over to defense in the pistol with Gardner darting the eye behind him. Takes a snap. Gardner with the ball. Goes right side. Cuts back left. Gets across the 25-yard line.
Give him a gain of about 3 there. Good slippery move there, actually, to cut inside. Really eluded 2 or 3 rushers that all kind of hit each other in the process. Got a couple of out-of-town scores. End of the first quarter, Mohawk and Beaver Falls are scoreless. How about this? Shenango 14, Southside 7 early second quarter. That Shenango team
playing good football
no
since
kidding.
They got back on the field.
Absolutely. Sam Patton, a career day last week, just shy of 200 rushing yards. He actually ran the ball more times than Northgate ran plays total.
McKnight's the receiver out to the left, but it's going to be Harris on a keeper. He has room. Crosses the 20 down to the 17-yard line. And for the first time tonight, the Newcastle Red Hurricanes enter the red zone. Make sure to stop by the red zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs.
It's also enough to move the chains there, Tim. So 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. But that's exactly the success that Knoch has had with their runs up the middle. You get the action flowing to the outside. You've already thrown a couple swing passes out there. That opens up the middle. And, man, did he have a convoy in front of him in blocking with Diaz, Fambro, and Stevens.
Gardner's the far receiver to the right, the bottom of your screen. To the top of your screen is McKnight. They're going to run it up the middle. And I'll get to the 15-yard line. Harris on the carry.
Yeah, Gardner on the carry, 7th carry of the night. But here's the other thing, too. You saw that time it was Wetzel, the man in motion from the slot position. Haven't given him to any of the slot receivers yet, but that's the thing. You have the threat of it. You have to respect it. And as soon as they don't respect it, that's when Coach DePorge will draw up, giving it to one of those receivers on the jet sweep action.
Quaylen Davis is the tight end off to the left side. Harris takes the snap, and we will have stop and play before. So we're going to have probably a false start here against the offense.
Yeah, somebody moving on the edge. And Kyrell Harris actually might have been even the culprit as he was kind of moving backwards, anticipating the snap before it came. So instead of 2nd and 8, now 2nd and 13 back at the 20-yard line.
Illegal procedure against Newcastle.
7 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. 2nd down and 13, ball at the 20-yard line.
This is a statement drive, though. Newcastle's made it down the field, gotten in the red zone. They got to punch it in here and respond after Knoch has scored on their first 3 possessions.
Here's the snap. Looking left side. He'll fire for McKnight. And he'll drop the ball at the 10-yard line. The ball looked like it was there, but so was the defense making the collision right when that ball arrived.
Yeah, fans thought maybe a split second early. I'm kind of in agreement. It was pretty bang, but I think the player doing a good job of going for the ball and really showing the attempt of going around the defender, not straight through him. I think a good no call there on that bang play, but there is a player banged up at the end of this one.
Well,
quickly up to his feet, and I believe that was the man in coverage too, and Sam Serco.
So they'll come back on the field here.
So again, we saw Knoch kind of in this position. They ran the ball, made it into from 3rd and long to a 4th and manageable to be able to extend a drive. See with Newcastle's decision on the play call, you don't need to get all 13 on this play, especially if you're thinking of this as 4-down situation and not considering going for a field goal.
So here we go. 3rd down and 13 from the 20. They're going to do a little end around and cut back inside. Gain about a yard on the play as running the ball for the Canes is Lemon.
Yeah, but that play was stymied right at the beginning. One of the defensive linemen forced Lemon to retreat almost all the way back to the 30-yard line, just gave the rest of the team time to catch up to him, and it ends up being just a gain of 1.
So 4th down and 12 here, and the Canes will keep the offense on the field here. Let's see if they try to get their playmaker, Nate McKnight, involved on this play. He's the receiver, top of your screen, out to the left.
They got to get to about the 6-yard line to move the chains.
Harris back to pass. He'll throw back right. Looking, firing for the end zone. Falls incomplete, but flag is thrown. We're going to have some contact in the end zone. The intended receiver is Quaylen Davis.
All right, so here's where it's interesting. First off, you didn't need to interfere. You had great double coverage, but one of the defenders basically was falling to the ground and essentially tackled Davis. Here's the issue. It's pass interference. That's just half the distance to the goal, Tim. It's still going to be 4th down because half the distance is going to put it to the 9. It's going to be 4th down with about 2 to go.
Yeah. But you'd rather be 4th down and 2 versus the scenario that you're currently in. So they'll bring the ball to about the 10-yard line. They have to get to about the 6. It looks like where the sticks are at.
Yeah, but it's about the 6.5. It's just inside the 7, but it's going to be 4th and goal from just inside, or 4th and about 3 from just inside the 10. Scoreboard says 1st and 10. There's no automatic first downs. It should be a 4th down.
It is 4th down. The officials threw up the fist.
4th down.
There it is. It is 4th down. So Harris looks over to defense. He has Gardner in the backfield with him. They'll bring one in motion. Gardner will get the handoff, goes left side. He has room outside to the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown! Kayvon Gardner made a nice nifty move out to the left side, and from there just turned on the jets till he got to the end zone. And the Canes are on the scoreboard. Now trailing by 7 with the point after still to be attempted.
Absolute beauty. And, you know, I got a little nervous when you see somebody bounce outside like that when you only need a couple of yards, because that can lead to, you know, not being able to get to the line to gain. But the speed of Kayvon Gardner, just too much. KG outruns everyone to the pylon for the 10-yard touchdown.
DeVivo in for the point after. Here's the snap in the hole. The kick is up and through. Omar Thomas, doing the point after. And with that, the Canes now trail by 6, 13-7. As we'll just keep it right here, guys, as we get ready for this kickoff, and then remind everybody about special team points.
Yeah.
As you mentioned earlier, special team points are presented this fall by Specialty Cookies by Lori Heights. For every point scored, the special team on our broadcast this season, Specialty Cookies, will make a contribution to the Mark Shoss Scholarship Fund. And, of course, we got the Shoshy Toss coming up. That's presented by Ponch's Insurance. And, of course, the Shoshy Scholarship. LC SportsNet is proud to announce the creation of the Shoshy Scholarship in Lawrence County for any graduating high school student that plans to go into broadcasting, journalism, or media is eligible to apply for the scholarship in honor of our longtime county broadcaster, Mark Shoss. For more information on how to apply, visit lcsportsnet.com/scholarship.
How about that sustained drive there, though, Tim?
Yes.
10 plays, 5 minutes off of the clock, and they convert on the 4th down. A little help from the pass interference to extend the drive and then punch it in.
Here's a ground kick. It is going to be picked up at the 20. Whoa, big hit and brought down right at the 30-yard line. Making that hit was Molina for the Newcastle Red Hurricanes.
There have been some heavy hitters on this team, have there not? Wow.
So we bring back the Knoch offense, led here by Cody Mullins, having a big first half as he scored their touchdown. Of course, he started the season at receiver, moved back to quarterback when starting quarterback Colt Sprankle got injured. This is his first start this season at quarterback. Mullins will keep and roll to his right. He'll fire on the move and just throw the ball into the stands, then bring up second down.
And now you got a little bit of life in this stadium. Now you got a little bit of energy on that defense. You got a couple big hits after the touchdown. This is where, if you're Newcastle, you got to get this 3 and out, get the ball back, and try to get some more points before the half. You've got the momentum. You want to make the most of it before teams go to the locker room.
Mullins will take the snap in the pistol. He's back to pass. He's firing. Has a man open. Overshoots his intended receiver at the 40-yard line. Looking to hit Caden Spencer there on that fly pattern down the right sideline.
And that's one that if it's a little bit more lofted, I think you allow your guy to run under it, Tim. The issue with that one,
just not enough air underneath the ball. I agree with you there.
And part of it, too, I think, is very much because you had pressure coming right at him as well. Maybe had to throw it a split second earlier than he wanted to. Couldn't quite get the air under it. Now it's 3rd and long.
Here we go. 3rd down and long here for Knoch. They'll send 4 receivers in pattern. 2 left, 2 right. Mullen in shotgun. They'll bring one in motion. Back to pass. Mullins looking down the middle. He's going to get caught, and he will be brought down at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, take your pick with everybody in there. Marcos Diaz and company, and then Quaylen Davis down there at the bottom of that pile as well. That's a good old-fashioned meeting at the quarterback.
There.
I think also it might have been Kobe Booker. 24 or 54. Jaden Schaefer also in amongst the bodies. Either way, it is a loss of 4 on the sack and a 3-and-out for the first time tonight.
So in the punt is Mullins. Gets his foot into it and then drives it back to the 35-yard line. And Lemon with it. Crosses the 40 up to the 45. Makes a move. Moves outside to the 50. Big play to the 40. He cuts back left. He hurdles.
Oh, they said he stepped out of bounds. I'm not sure he did.
We're about to witness one of the great run backs this season. And unfortunately for Chase, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds around the 45-yard line.
I don't know how anybody heard to stop. I mean, we couldn't hear a whistle up here, that's for sure. The crowd was going crazy, but we'd have to check out on the replay in the end.
Yeah.
But he made a couple of nice moves. But you saw it's trying to tackle a bowling ball that is one of the fastest players on the team. That's what it's like trying to tackle a Chase Lemon, and he just showed it right there. That's a huge return of 21 yards to get it into plus territory.
Damian Harris is the receiver out to the far left. Harris will send McKnight in motion. McKnight gets the handoff on the jet sweep, flags down as he goes nowhere. Gets maybe a loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, flag thrown immediately. I think we probably have 5 men in the backfield here against Newcastle, illegal formation. Pass goes for negative yardage, though, so do you take 1st and 15 or 2nd and 11 if you're the Knights is the question.
That's a big decision there. We'll see what they choose. They're going to decline it.
Yeah, I think that's probably the right call.
Yeah, I think statistically speaking, that's what you want to do, even though the ball's on your side of the 50.
So pass for negative 1 yards there. As McKnight has caught 2 passes, both on those little
shuffle passes,
forward pitches, on like a jet sweep action.
Harris hands it off. Gardner breaks a tackle to the 40. Steps outside. He's to the 30. Gardner's looking for Brox. He's getting some directions. He's at the 5. He's into the end zone again for a touchdown. Kayvon Gardner. Oh, my goodness. Directing traffic and running past the defense.
Can you just say Bailey Chiropractic play of the game right there? This is already after he bounces off and gets out of tackles he had no business getting out of. Directs traffic, bounces off his own man, and takes it 45 yards to the house. Wow, KG, second touchdown run of the evening.
Omar Thomas in for the point after.
What a run.
He has an opportunity to give the Red Hurricanes the lead. The snap in the hold. The kick is up, and it is through the upright. As Newcastle takes a 1-point lead with 3:46 remaining here in the second quarter. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. You're watching high school sports on LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
That play of the game nomination by Maley Chiropractic. Visit Doctors Mitch Maley, Chris Argero, or Kelsey Bowser, voted best of the best chiropractor in Lawrence County. But maybe wait until Tuesday or Wednesday, because congratulations to Doctors Argero and Bowser getting married tomorrow.
Oh, fantastic!
How about
Congratulations!
that? Congratulations to Dr.
Let
Bowser,
the
Dr.
bells
Argero.
ring.
Do you remember?
Yes.
The 21st night of September. If that's not the first dance song, though, I'm not sure I'm coming back there, guys.
Thomas with the kick. They'll kick it deep into the 20-yard line. Picked up there. He has room. Gets outside. Gets to the 40. He's brought down there. Running the ball back was Relu.
Damian Harrison ends up being the one to drag him down in the end. With a little help from Wetzel, who's actually a little banged up on the play, is Travis Wetzel. But you kind of see the good and bad. The last kickoff return, a huge hit. That time I think another one of those gunners was looking to try to take somebody's head off with a big hit. Ends up leaving a big avenue on the near side. And now Knoch, trailing for the first time in the game, has decent field position near midfield.
So Knoch, first down and 10, ball at the 43-yard line. Cody Mullen at quarterback. One receiver out to the right. Two off the side to the left. And it's Mullins on the rollout. He'll fire, finds Rolu at the 50 and down to the 45-yard line, and that's a first down play and a pickup of 12.
So the difference between that and a couple of times that they've run that similar bootleg action with the slot receiver kind of running across the formation is that Mullen was patient. He waited that extra second, made sure that there was space between him and the receiver and space between receiver and defender. That was just a beautiful job working it in that regard and not rushing and not trying to force it in too quickly. I mean, feeling more at ease there at the quarterback position.
Mullen in the pistol. We'll hand it off, give it to Circa, and Circa is going to go nowhere. It's back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
It is crazy when you see a quarterback running the ball so effectively now with 11 carries for 82 yards, but then now the running back, 5 carries for -3 yards.
Yeah, and Circa coming in, averaging over 5.7 yards per carry coming into tonight's game.
But no room for him tonight whatsoever. Gone backwards more often than he's gone forwards.
Mullins going to quickly get it at the Circa. He rolls to the left, gets to the 40, gets hit there and brought down. And McKnight there defensively for the Kings.
How about a literal 1-2 punch? McKnight and Gardner, jerseys number 1 and 2, coming flying to the ball quickly. And the way he got that ball out so quickly, I'm thinking, oh no, if you're a Newcastle fan. There's lots of room for your running back. Man, did that space close up in a hurry. Still a 5-yard game, but that could have been a lot worse.
4 receivers set here for Mullins. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Circa to the left of Cody Mullen at quarterback as it gets the play in from the sidelines.
Yeah, watch the hard count, 3rd down and 5 here, too, with just under 2 minutes to go.
Takes a high snap. He'll throw it across the middle. Roll out there, and he makes the catch. No, ball's going to be bobbled and dropped.
Yeah, just a little bit too high, a little bit too hot to handle for that slot receiver. Rouleau tried getting up there. Again, a typo on the roster. He is not 5'1", 95 pounds. for the record.
Yeah, that's the biggest gnat I've ever seen.
5'11", 165 is the other roster we were given. Again, you got to watch the hard count here, Tim. I like the idea, just kind of pin him deep here, but I'm looking for the hard count first if I'm not trying to see if I can get Newcastle to jump on side and give a free first down.
Remember, Cody Mullen does the punting.
Yeah.
He has the ball. He's going to run with it. He's at the 40, turns the corner to 35. It's going to be close for the mark. I think he's enough for the first down.
Yeah, you couldn't have said it any better and right at the right time. The punter is the quarterback. I don't think there was ever even a thought that he was going to boot that one away, Tim. Needed 5, gained 7.
First down and 10 here for the Knights.
2 for 2 on 4th down is Knoch here in the game.
Mullen in the pistol. High snap. Hands off the circle, fake the circle, jump past, looking for Spencer, and it goes out of bounds.
And oh man, again, he had a man wide open, Tim, but the pressure in his face, he just couldn't get the pass off the way he wanted to, and it fluttered out of bounds right into the Knoch band, getting ready to perform here at halftime. We'll have both bands' performances here during the halftime break.
Second down and 10, ball at the 33-yard line of the Canes. Cody Mullen looks over to defense with 3 receivers to his left. Mullen's going to go on a keeper up the middle. He's to the 30, 25, cuts back right to the 20, down close to the 15-yard line. And Knoch has entered the red zone once again here in the first half.
Gain of 17 yards. He's now over 100 on the evening here in the first half.
Make sure to stop by the red zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs.
Big drive for Knoch here to end the first half. They still have timeouts to work with as well, Tim. Just under a minute to play.
2 receivers to the left. Hand off to Circa. Goes right side. And he's going to run out of room and get knocked out of bounds for no gain. That'll stop the clock getting out of bounds with 52 seconds remaining.
But now, again, another long, sustained drive. That was the key to this game, one of the biggest keys to this game for Knoch. They had to be able to sustain these drives. They have a 12-play drive, a 10-play drive. This is about to be the 9th play of the current drive. Already with 2 field goals, though, as Newcastle's been able to hold in the red zone. Can they do it a third time here with their backs against the walls?
3 receiver set, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. 4 receiver set. Back to passes, Mullen. He'll fire. He'll complete it. Gets it out to Obroski as he's going to get inside the 5, and that's enough for a first down. And it should be first and goal here, or just, first and goal here for Knoch.
Had to mark it at the 6, just exactly what he needed to gain. So 9-yard pickup, and there's another Pontius Insurance timeout taken there by Knoch. Well, stay tuned next week. Lawrence County SportsNet will be right back here on Wednesday for the 44th Annual Lawrence County Band Festival. We'll have full coverage here yet again from Taggart Stadium. Then on Friday, we're looking to do a triple header, Tim. We're going to make it happen. We're going to have Shenango traveling to Neshannock. We'll have Union traveling to Mohawk. And we'll have Wilmington traveling to Farrell. We'll join up with Mercer County Radio for coverage of that one. So stay tuned. All the greatest action here as we hit the midway point of the football regular season here on Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Absolutely amazing. It's the fastest 10 weeks in sports. Fastest 10 weeks of the year. Don't blink, because it'll be in the playoffs pretty soon.
Don't blink the way these two offenses are working the ball either. But now again, Newcastle, can they hold and force Knoch to a field goal attempt here late again?
Here's the snap. Mullins up the middle. Mullins twists and turns and brought down inside the 5.
Gain of 3, down to the 3. 30 seconds left. Still got time, though, in a little hurry-up mode. I think you're going to see 2 more of those exact same play, though, Tim.
Yep. From 2nd and goal, and it's Mullins going to power his way into the end zone for the touchdown. 3 yards out. He's putting his heads down. We have a flag after the play, so we'll have to see exactly what transpired there. But we have a touchdown here for Knoch.
For the time being, at least.
Till it's waved off, it's a touchdown, and we'll find out exactly what transpired here shortly. Waiting for the signal here.
And they're talking to Coach Mazzocca, so this tells me that they're going to be enforcing something on the kickoff against Knoch.
I think we're going to have unsportsmanlike conduct, but we're going to see it's no, the kicker is out. Mullins will hold as Trofimuk is in for the point after
So
here.
second touchdown run for Cody Mullen as he now looks to hold. Only 10 players out there for Knoch. They're going to wait and get the 11th one out there. Haven't seen a signal, but they will signal the penalty apparently on the kickoff.
So the left footer waits to snap. Cody Mullins to hold. Here's the kick, and it's up and through the uprights to make it 20-14 Knoch here with 23.8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
So already 3 lead changes now in this contest as Knoch retakes the lead. 23 seconds, as you said, Tim, and all 3 timeouts left, I believe, for Newcastle. Yeah. And they're going to get very good field position because this kickoff's going to be coming from the 25-yard line. Yeah. Last time that they kicked one off, now, there it is. The unsportsmanlike conduct call is what they are going to mark off from the 40.
So that'll be kicking off from the 25-yard line.
Correct.
Here's my question for you. If they kick the ball out of bounds here, where you get it at the place it goes out of bounds?
So it depends. So because it's a 15-yard penalty, so the way the rule is written, we always say the 35-yard line because that is what is 25 yards from the kickoff spot. Right. So you would do the same thing here. If the ball goes out of bounds on the kickoff, it's at the 50, or if the ball goes out of bounds before the 50, because that would be better for the receiving team, they would get it there. So it's always the 25 yards, or if the kick didn't go 25 yards, then it would be where it went out of bounds, or the choice to re-kick.
Which, again, could happen. We've seen that once before.
Right.
So they're going to tee it up on the near hash mark here to Newcastle's side of the field. And they boot it downfield, and it's up and over, and it's going to roll out of bounds around the 30-yard or 25-yard line.
And they're already pointing, push it back, make them kick it again. Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what, they ought to be telling Nate McKnight, hey, that happens again, let it bounce, let it go out of bounds. Don't try to jump up, because if he jumps up, touches it, and it goes out of bounds,
yeah,
then
get it where it's at.
So they can get it. So that's what they're talking with Coach Mazzocca right now. They can get it at the 50, or they can push it back and make him kick it again. And when you got the guys like Kayvon Gardner, Nate McKnight, and the worst option potentially out there in Chase Lemon as a returner, if that's your worst case scenario. Yeah, I agree with this decision.
Yeah,
make him kick it again.
Make him kick it again. So no time comes off the clock, of course. So still 23.8 seconds remaining. And Trufflemuck will tee it up at the 20-yard line now, the left footer. Will do a little drive kick, and it's going to give over McKnight's head. It picks it up back at the 35-yard line. Crosses the 40 up to the 45, and he'll slip out of bounds around the 46-yard line with 15.8 seconds. So actually, interesting amount of time left here for Newcastle. I mean, with the playmakers they have, it'll be interesting to see what Coach Mazzocca chooses to do here.
Yeah, and so that's, I mean, obviously hindsight 2020, but that's why maybe you just say, hey, let's take it at midfield, because now you have 8 more seconds. They got about to the same spot, actually not quite as good, and you've taken away basically one offensive play that you can run. 6 of one, half dozen of another, but that's the downside, and it just took a perfect bounce and was tough to control from the return team.
Back to pass is Harris. He's looking. He's going to roll out to his left. He'll fire on the move. Has a man open, and it dropped at the 30-yard line.
Now, great coverage there by Skirka. He got the outside arm around to avoid any sort of potential interference. That was just beautiful, beautiful coverage there, tight on the receiver on that far sideline.
Travis Wetzel was the intended receiver.
Now 8 seconds left. You can probably run play of about 10 to 15 yards. If you tell your receivers you got to get down immediately, and because you have all 3 timeouts, if I'm Coach Mo, I'm taking a timeout right here and telling my guys that, because
you try something unique like a hook and lateral here when you have such speed on the field.
If you have something in your playbook, now's the time to dial it up. And same thing, maybe you talk it over in the huddle before that.
Here's the pass. Harris on the move. He's going to keep, and he'll run down the sideline, keep it alive, and run out of bounds as the clock expires.
And they're going to ask, because
I've got limping here, James.
Yeah, I see that.
He may have twisted an ankle on that run as he was kind of knocked out of bounds there.
And they're telling the players to stay on the field because they thought, and I thought as well, there was still a second left on the clock when it went out of bounds. They're going to discuss and make sure, because when he stepped out of bounds, I looked at the clock immediately and saw that it was still ticking. The question is, they're putting 1 second on the clock. And I think that's, again, the right call. So 8-yard gain, and now, hey, let's see the arm from Kyrell Harris. This is the right call. He stepped out of bounds. As soon as he did, I looked to my right, and I saw it say 1.1. So I think this is the absolute right decision to put a second back on the clock.
Well, that's exactly what the officials chose to do, so that's what it is. Harris
limping back to the huddle, as you said, Tim.
So it's going to be up to this offensive line to give him a little extra time here to set his footing to throw this ball. 3 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Harris steps up in the pocket. He'll whip and throw left side at the 10-yard line. Jump ball. McKnight can't come down with it. Nate McKnight unable to come down, and they'll end the half. But it has been a back and forth first half where we see Knoch score the first 13, followed by the Red Hurricanes scoring 14 straight points to take the lead. Knoch getting the last touchdown right before half as they lead by 6, 20-14. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottled.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Zenoleopol or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Axe can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Joseph's Marketplace is Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Fresh meats and produce, full-line deli, homemade foods, and much more. Joseph's Marketplace has hot foods prepared every day. They also have Newcastle favorites like grape leaves, hummus, and wedding soup available daily. Follow Joseph's Marketplace on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates, or stop in to see what's cooking each day. Come hang out at the brand new cafe and bakery, full of great coffee, drinks, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, and free Wi-Fi. In a rush? Go to josephsnc.com and place your cafe order online. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measel will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
20-14, your halftime score. Knoch here leading Newcastle at the halftime break. We'll get you full score updates, your first half scoring recap, and everything else here from Taggart Stadium. But we're going to turn it over to the marching bands, a Knoch marching band out there on the field here for your halftime performance.
Knoch's final song of the evening will be Don't Stop Me Now, the legendary rock anthem first recorded by Queen in 1978. Written by Freddie Mercury, Don't Stop Me Now features Queen's trademark harmony vocals and a lively guitar solo. Knoch's musician captains include Samantha Goldscheider, Sophia Green, Henry Hoffman, and Jack Reckard. Knoch's 2024 drum majors are Sarah Eder and Abigail Ceballero. Please enjoy Don't Stop Me Now. The Knoch Marching Band is under the direction of Ms. Natalie King, along with Knoch.
There's the Knoch High School Marching Band. Big thanks to them. We'll get the Newcastle Marching Band out here in a moment, but first, a couple of stats coming your way. Here, let's get your first half scoring recap brought to you by Creative Edge. Give Creative Edge a call for all of your architecture needs. Couple of field goals in the first quarter. 6-0 Knoch led after a 25-yarder and 29-yarder from Cannon Trofimuk. They then extended that lead on a touchdown run from Mullen from 3 yards out, or 2 yards out, excuse me, and that was after going 2 for 2 on third down on the drive. It was 13-0 Knoch early in the second quarter. Finally, Newcastle gets a sustained drive, a pass interference on fourth down. They get an extra chance at the play. Kayvon Gardner punches it in from 10 yards out, made it 13-7. After 3 and out, a two-play drive, Kayvon Gardner slips away from a couple of tacklers, 45 yards to pay dirt. Canes lead 14-13, but then a good 2-minute drill drive. Knoch goes right back down the field on 11 plays, 57 yards. They take a 20-14 lead after Mullen's second touchdown run, a 3-yarder there, Tim. A fun start back and forth first half.
Yeah, it really is. When you look at these two teams, the way they really came out, you got to give Knoch a lot of credit. They came out on fire to start the game, scoring the first 13 points, but give it right back to the Canes as they were able to get 2 sustained drives and get into the end zone both times to take a 1-point lead. But give Knoch credit again, even with the clock under 4 minutes left to play in the First half, able to go on another sustained drive and get into the end zone. And that, of course, is your Creative Edge scoring recap. Give them a call at 724-652-1372 for more information.
From concept to creation, creating extensive construction experiences with creative design. Now, Director Nick Yoho and the Newcastle Area Marching Band.
Our next song was made popular by Nicki Minaj in 2012 and reached number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 that year. We now feature the high-kicking Candy Canes to Starship. Our final song this evening peaked at number 4 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 in 2017 and became the 3rd top 10 single from the Imagine Dragons. We will now feature the flag line to the hit song, Believer. Mr. Yoho, Mr. Sizer, assisted by Raymond Chappell and John Onibrecht. The candy cans are under the direction of Danielle Bruno and assisted by Rachel Tanner. The flag line is led by Kanisa Jackson. Reminder, Band Fest is Wednesday, September 25th at 7 p.m. I am your announcer, Kalia Gardner, and we thank you for your support and kind attention.
Well, thank you, Kalia, for that kind reminder that we will be back here on Wednesday for the Lawrence County Band Festival. Again, big thanks to everyone here at Newcastle. Always hospitable, Mr. Yoho, everybody getting us situated. We'll be right back right where we are, Tim. Well,
Yeah.
I will be. You'll be back in the studio with our weekly podcast. But Lee Moan and I will be here ready to call the shots for the 44th Annual Band Festival. If you've never been out to one, highly encourage it. All 8 county bands plus Westminster College Band will be here. Just a fun-filled evening, all benefiting each of the individual schools as well as the Lawrence County Band Directors Society. They give out scholarships at the end of the year, all for a great cause. Please come out. The band supports every week at the football games. We encourage all the football families, fans, players to come and make an appearance here on Wednesday night as well. Tell you what, Tim, both teams have been making quite an appearance on the offensive front especially. The number's a little deceiving for Newcastle, only 90 yards, but that's because they lost 37 on an errant snap on a punt in the first quarter. I mean, you take that away, you're still at 127 versus 189 yards for Knoch. The big difference, though, is Knoch has run nearly twice as many plays, 40 to 22 sustained drives. I mean, we've said it multiple times now, one of the big keys to this game today for Knoch. They executed that game plan to perfection in the first half, and getting that 2-minute drill drive at the end, I think, was real big to take a lead into the half.
It really was. They got a gift early, obviously, with the snap over the head of Thomas on the punt that gave them field position inside the 10, where they actually got negative yards on the drive but were able to get the second field goal. But that first drive that Knoch had was just methodic. It was just coming right down the field, using Cody Mullins really as the receiver, or excuse me, as the runner out of the quarterback position, and mixing it up a couple times. He found a receiver on those plays, and they were able to do it, but and get into the end zone. Then you've seen Newcastle kind of get back into what they do best: spread the field, get one-on-one scenarios, make some big plays, and they were able to get their 2 drives to take the 1-point lead. But the biggest play in the first half was probably on 4th down when Mullins, in punt formation, kept the ball and kept that drive alive late in the first half, where they were able to score again.
Yeah, that fake punt on 4th and 5, we were talking about the hard count, and you said, wait, keep an eye, because had the quarterback out there, and he runs it, needed 5, got 7 yards, kept that drive going, and then he later punches it in. And really, that's been their biggest play, and their best play has just been the quarterback draw up the middle, Tim. And that's why at the moment he's got more yards than Newcastle does as a team. 15 carries for 112 yards in the first half for Cody Mullen, making his first start of the year at the quarterback position.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, a quarterback with experience that hasn't played this year until this start tonight. I mean, he played in relief last week when Sprinkle went down with the injury, and now is back at quarterback this week, and it's really took him maybe a series to kind of find his feet.
Yeah.
Both throwing and running, but once he got going, I mean, he wasn't dropping any more snaps. He wasn't fumbling anything, And they've had a couple of fortunate bouts go their way on those type of scenarios, but you got to make something happen out of bad scenarios, and they did that when they did drop the ball a couple times in the snap on the snap from play. So what I really want to see is, can Newcastle's defense come up like they did early in the second quarter and enforce a 3-and-out and get field position and take advantage of their speed and their explosiveness that they have. And Kayvon has just been phenomenal here tonight. Kayvon Gardner just running the ball. I mean, he made a couple unbelievable plays. That 5-yard touchdown run, it looked like maybe he was going to be stopped, and he just kind of moved outside and was able to turn on the jets and get to that first touchdown. And that kind of settled down the troops there for the Red Hurricanes. And then that amazing run that he had for the second touchdown was just absolutely one of the best plays we're going to see this year in high school sports.
Yeah, he's got 9 carries, 85 yards, and those 2 touchdowns that you alluded to. Kyrell Harris 3 of 8 for just 18 yards in the first half. Hasn't been a lot. Actually, 2 of those 3 completions are on little, essentially jet sweeps that were just pop passes forward. On the other side, Cody Mullen throwing the football 55 yards to go with 112 rushing yards. So Mullen, doing some quick math, he's accounted for 167 out of the 189 yards of offense. In fact, the only plays that have not gone for him were the 16-yard end around to Rouleau and 6 carries for -2 yards for Sam Skirka. Other than that, it has been the Cody Mullen show, which is about what we expected. Again, just if you're just tuning in, Mullen was the starting quarterback all of last year, moved to wide receiver with Colt Sprankle coming into the team this year, the junior quarterback transferring in from Armstrong. He was hurt last week. It's now back to being Cody Mullen's show, at least for tonight. And he's been all that in the bag of chips. You can see why he threw for over 1,700 yards and was the team's leading rusher a year ago. He's been tough to bring down when he gets into those running formations, working it down the field.
Well, let's take a look at who's making progress in our work in progress keys of the game here for the second half. Now booking interior painting projects from both residential and commercial. Give Joe Wright a call, 724-714-4294, and we'll look at tonight's work in progress key to the game.
Well, let's start with Knoch. I mean, those first 2 especially are right there. I mean, Mullen doing it both ways as a runner and as a thrower. He's been the heart and soul of this team so far, and they have sustained those drives. A 12-play drive for a field goal, a 10-play drive for a touchdown, an 11-play drive for a touchdown. That's huge, huge stuff for Knoch. And again, time possession-wise, they're about 14.5 minutes versus just 9.5 for Newcastle. They're controlling the game, running almost twice as many plays as a result. Knocking on the door, that's for sure, as well with it. Oh, my goodness. We're going to
oh, my goodness.
We will get there in a second. We haven't heard it here yet, but real quick for Newcastle. Got to get a little bit more from Kyrell Harris, I think, throwing the football, getting some openings to open up even more for Kayvon Gardner. Lemon Law had,
scholarship news coming your way.
Yes, we do. How about this?
We normally have the Shaughnessy toss, but over in Union,
there's no Shaughnessy toss.
Limon has done it after, 25 years of playing the 50-50.
No way.
How about that?
How about that?
The sirens are going off everywhere in the county.
So big thanks to Pontius Insurance. His donation has paid off. We have gotten more money into the Shaughnessy Scholarship Fund thanks to the 50-50 win over there at Union. How about a surprise onside kick?
Ball's loose. I think Newcastle may have come down with it. And no signal yet. Yes, I believe Newcastle did, yes.
Yeah, how about
actually, Diaz, I believe, came down with it.
It's 56, Tim McElroy.
Okay. I seen 68 hand the ball to the official. That's why I thought that.
He got it off of McElroy and went back out there to midfield, yes.
Needless to say, first down and 10 here for the Canes.
How about the surprise onside kick, though?
Yeah.
I mean, that tells you that, again, if you're not going to kick it deep.
They'll throw it out wide. They'll get it to Lemon. Lemon to the 50. Lemon makes a move down to the 45 and gets out of bounds, picking up the first down in the process at 13 yards on first down here for the Canes.
My gosh, he's just a flash of lightning, really, is what he is. He goes from 143
really
to the other. 14-yard pickup right there, almost doubling your passing yards in the first play of the second half.
What it is, Chase Lemon's at full speed with one step.
Yeah.
That's the amazing thing. His stop and start is just so electric. Harris will take the snap on first down. Ball's loose as he was going to hand it off to Kayvon, and Kayvon couldn't handle it. Gardner was kind of a zone read, and in the process, the ball got on the ground, and a turnover happens, and Knoch will take over at midfield. And that is our Moderna Bonner Law change of possessions.
Make sure you protect your possessions with a local firm at Mador Bonner Law. Visit them online at madorbonnerlaw.com. The issue with that one, Tim, on the zone read, it's just a matter of whether or not you are going to hand it or not, and I'm just not on the same page. Thought he was leaving it in the hands of Gardner. Gardner thought he was keeping it. Ball's laying right there in the middle of the NC logo.
And it's going to be a handoff to Circa as he goes right side, has room, crosses the 45 and down to the 43-yard line.
Best start of the night for Circa, gains 8 on that play.
Brought down by Quinlan Davis.
That's just the deflating right here out of halftime. You get a big play, and then something you've done so many times, that little zone read handoff, and just on this occasion, didn't secure the handoff.
So you knock with the ball after the turnover at Newcastle's 43-yard line. Mullins will take the snap in the pistol. He'll throw it out wide. He'll complete it out to Obrowski, and he'll get about 2 on the play and bring up third down and short.
Brought down by Nate McKnight.
McKnight came in and laid down another vicious hit. They're going to say down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain even on that play, Tim. So third down and about 3 to go. Second catch of the night for Obrowski.
Mullins on the keeper. Changes directions and goes straight forward now and picks up the first down to about the 38-yard line.
And so far, again, Lee over there. I'm looking at the picture of Lee Moe winning. Sorry, Tim. I'm looking at the picture of Lee winning his 50-50 there. That's the big thing, is because there's not been able to stop this play, and we have a whistle trying to hurry that snap. I think was knocked before Newcastle could get a 12th player off of the field, and I think they ended up moving too early.
How big is that smile up in the stars with our man Shossi looking down on that Lee Moan win?
After all those years. So, again, the story, folks, since about 2008, I think is when they first started doing the Lawrence County Game of the Week for football. So it was nearly 10 years worth of doing games, 50-50 every week between Shossi and Lee, and they never won once.
Mullins on the keeper, and he's going to be caught at the line of scrimmage again for no gain.
By the way, that penalty was offsides against Newcastle as they had lined up in the neutral zone.
So I'll bring up second down and 5 coming up here for Knoch at the Newcastle's 38-yard line.
I didn't hear. They didn't announce a 50-50 here yet, right?
No, I did not hear it.
Okay, we'll have to be waiting for that. I believe they do it at the end of the third quarter here at Newcastle.
4 receivers set. High snap, fake to Soroka, and it is Mullins on the keeper, and he's going to be short of the first down, down at about the 30. Give him a gain of about 1 on the play.
Yeah, third down and about 3. 18 carries for 120 yards now for your / full-time quarterback here this evening. Third down, a little over 2 to go.
Roru is out wide. Mullins is a keep. He changes directions, gets down close to the 25. If it's marked there, that's a first down.
And look what he does on every one of these plays when it's just a design run the entire way. He's going to pick up 4 on this one, but there is a player down at the end of the play. It's one of the linemen.
It's one of the linemen, yeah.
It's Ben Martin, one of the senior linemen for this Knoch team. But to go back to what Mullins doing on one of these plays, he's not running up the middle immediately. He's taking almost a shuffle step to his right first, analyzing what's going on, seeing where the hole's developing, and then boom, he's gone.
Yeah.
Just like that. And again, with his size first and foremost, 6'3", 160 pounds, not going to be an easy guy to bring down in the first place. And then second off, because he's also got the long legs, he's fast, he's quick to the hole, he's been extremely successful with that play tonight.
Yeah, Mullen coming in tonight, obviously not rushing the ball until today on a full-time basis. Just had 6 carries for 38 yards. However, we're seeing his ability to really, like you just said, read a defense and make adjustment as he runs the ball. And it'll be first down and 10, ball inside the 30, down at the 26-yard line.
I want to give a shout-out again to our homecoming queen tonight here at Newcastle. Catherine Rice was the elected homecoming queen here at Newcastle. They did that celebration before the game began. Wants to major in radiology.
Here's the snap. Throw it back out to Soroka. It goes right side. Soroka is going to get about, let's give him about 4 on the carry on that swing pass there.
And it'll mark him all the way down to the 20-yard line. So they're in the red zone, 6-yard completion. And again, he's thrown it 18 times, only 61 yards, but it's enough. Again, you open it up left and right. It opens things up then north and south like this draw.
Yeah, and here he comes again. And this time Newcastle a little bit more prepared for it, as they'll gain about a yard on the play down to the 19. As you mentioned, they are in the red zone. Spirit Sales can help raise big money for your organization. Fill out a form at the Red Zone and let them do the rest. Visit them online at theredzonesports.com and see how you can win big at the Red Zone.
So we're going to call this third down and about 3 or 4 to go. Mark at 19, so third down and 3. They got to get to about the 16-yard line to move the chains. 9th play of this drive that started near midfield.
Circa in motion. They're going to throw it out, and Nate McKnight jumps the ball, knocks it down. Nice defense there by McKnight, reaching around the receiver and knocking that ball, not getting any type of interference call.
Tim, there's been some great defense by the defensive backs on both sides of the ball, both Knoch and Newcastle, of using the outside hand, going around the defender, not through the defender. That's the key to avoid that penalty. But now it's fourth down and 3.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if you don't see Mullen running it up the gut here.
Mullen will take the snap. He's looking, he's going to fire, has a man open at the 10, spins into the end zone.
He stepped out of bounds at the 9.
Stepped out of bounds, all right, at the 9-yard line, but that's enough for a first down. It'll be first and goal here for Knoch.
I'll tell you what, good job on the pump fake there as well, because he got the defensive end in the air, waited for it, and the receiver stayed open just long enough to make the catch. Breaks a tackle, just couldn't quite tiptoe the sideline. 10-yard pickup, though. 4th catch for Sam Sturka. How about that? And how about this? Knoch is now 5 of 11 on third down, but 3 for 3 on fourth downs. Oh, by the way, they also have 2 field goals on fourth downs.
Mullins going to throw to the end zone, has a man open, touchdown, as he finds his receiver, Caden Spencer, all alone in the back right corner.
Yeah, wide open again. You saw that actually in the first half, a wide open pass to Spencer in the corner. The difference was that previous one, there was so much pressure that they couldn't put the ball at the right spot. This time, Mullen able to just float it right up there to the back pylon. Nobody home for the touchdown. 9 yards on the completion.
Trofimuk in for the point after. Here's the snap and the hold. The kick, and it is going to be short.
Partially blocked there, Tim.
Well, they got a hand on it, prevents the point, so it is 26-14, Knoch with the lead. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're watching high school sports on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
50-50, Shashi toss. Well, we're not Limone's luck, as our luck runs out.
Yeah, no luck there. Now, I wasn't even one off. I was about 30,000 numbers off. Mine was in the 102,000s, and the winning ticket began with a 400,000.
I find it ironic. Last week, Lee kind of threw us off. There's a little squib kick again. It's going to be loose. Did Knoch fall on it?
Yes.
I think they may have. In bounds, and it will be an onside kick recovery. That little squib kick has given Newcastle troubles all night long, kicking away from everybody over the heads of the front line, and that time Knoch was able to find the ball at the 41-yard line.
So the rich get on richer here for Knoch. I mean, I'll tell you what, just the way that they're going, they're controlling this game. They've controlled the pace from the get-go. They've run the ball exceptionally well. They've sustained long drives, and they've kept this Newcastle offense off the field.
Yeah, matter of fact, this entire quarter so far.
Other than a play and a fumble. One play and one fumble.
Handoff. No, fake is Mullen keeps it, spins away, goes up the middle, and he's going to gain about 2 on the scramble. So Cody Mullen, again, with a great play action.
I'll tell you what, I mean, absolutely livid with himself is Demetrius Fambro. He thought he had him dead to rights there in the backfield, and so did this entire capacity crowd here at Taggart Stadium, but somehow Mullen just the Houdini act.
Second down and about 7. Cody Mullen in shotgun. He's under pressure. He's going to try to escape this time. Cannot do it. And Mullins will go down and no, that's
DJ Gordon, the first one.
DJ Gordon, yes, on the stop there for the Canes.
Back to the original line of scrimmage. 22 carries now on the evening, 3 total touchdowns. Big third down here, 3rd and 10.
Mullins looks over to defense in the pistol. 4 receivers set, 2 left, 2 right. He'll bring his running back in motion. They'll set up a screen. They'll get it to Obroski, and he's going to be brought down for no gain. Matter of fact, he may have lost a yard going backwards, and he'll bring up 4th down. And I imagine they may just keep the offense on the field here.
That's at the same time, again, your quarterback is your punter. I think you give him a little option again. Maybe one of those little rugby-style punts off to the right.
They're going to send 2 deep. Mullins will stand at his 45-yard line if he kicks the ball away.
They just brought in somebody off the bench late. Needed to get an 11th man out there.
Snap, and he will punt it away.
Good punt, too.
And this will go towards the hits the pylon, so that is a touchback.
Talk about
Coffin corner.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that, Tim. A punt hitting the pylon in the air.
Yeah.
Wow.
Literally inches away from inside the 1. Needless to say, it hits the pylon. That is in the end zone. Thus, it'll be a touchback, bringing it out to the 20-yard line. So Newcastle's offense comes back on the field with 5:12 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. As James mentioned, only had 2 plays here in the 3rd quarter. A 13-yard completion and then a fumble.
And now they'll get their worst starting field position of the game with 5:12 remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
So Harris at quarterback, Gardner at running back, Nate McKnight, Damian Harrison, and Chase Lemon as your wideouts. Hand off to Gardner. Gardner has room. Gardner to his left, to the 30, to the 40. It's a race. He's down to the 40. This is over. Kayvon Gardner, touchdown!
As soon as he got past the linebacker, I looked down at my sheet and wrote down 80-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
It was just no doubt about it. The speed of KG, lightning.
So it is a 1-touchdown lead, 26-20, with the points still to be attempted here by Omar Thomas. The 6'1", 195-pound kicker. Here's the snap in the hole. The kick is up and is off to the right. So it stays a 6-point game with 5 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter as Newcastle now trails by only 6, 26-20.
3rd touchdown run of the evening, though, for Kayvon Gardner. And again, just the motion, again, the jet sweep forced the linebackers to stay a little wider. Then you hand it off up the middle, and once he got past that first line of defense at the linebacker position, made that first man miss, it was just off to the races. Again, you're looking at the end here on the LCAP instant replay, just pulling away. And did you even see it? Was that a little lean at the line as
you would cross the
Well,
the sprint.
He's not the defending WPIAL champion, but his sophomore year was the WPIAL champion. He did not have the greatest races, battling some injuries at the end of last season. Really looking forward to see what he can do for his senior campaign there on the track surface. But right now, on the turf here at Taggart Stadium, he is been all that in a bag of chips now. 8 touchdowns on the season, rushing the football.
And here comes the kick from Thomas. Line drive kick, and it'll bounce to the 20-yard line, picked up there. Ralu with the ball as the ball's going to go out to about the 28-yard line. And it'll be first down and 10 for Knoch there. With 4:54 remaining here in the third. Remind everybody, coming up after the game, we'll announce tonight's Maley Chiropractic play of the game. And we got a few to choose from right now. And we also will have the MVP of the game, brought to you by MVP Insurance.
4 homecoming queens crowned here in Lawrence County. We had all those announced to you. Catherine Rice, the Newcastle homecoming queen winner.
So Mullins takes the snap. He'll fire over the middle, knocked down.
Believe getting his hands up there was Kobe Booker again.
Yes.
Or excuse me, not 24, it was 54, Jaden Schaefer. Jaden Schaefer getting up there, and also in on the edge rush was Mason Cook.
So second down and 10 coming up here for Knoch. They'll go with a 4-receiver set, 2 left, 2 right. Mullen has been the offense here tonight, running the ball. He has intermittently thrown the ball successfully here tonight. So they're going to show a full house backfield with 2 to the left side. Back to pass is Mullen. Mullen's going to move to his right. He was going to fire, overshoot his intended receiver. And that will bring up third down as Brody Bauman was the intended receiver.
And I think, again, that's one that Cody Mullen might want back because he had a lot of room on the outside. He tried to fire across his body, had a man kind of open, but I think when looking at film there on Saturday or on Monday morning, he's going to go back and say, maybe I should have just tucked and ran that one.
Yeah. Here we go. Third down and 10 from the 29-yard line.
Taggart Stadium getting loud, Tim.
Mullen back to pass. He's under pressure. He's hit as he throws. He completes it out to the 46-yard line. No, he dropped the ball. Incomplete. Big hit by the K's defensive back. That was Chase Lemon again. Wow. Lemon has been all over the field defensively. He's made some big plays on the offensive side of the ball, too. So Mullins will go in punt formation here for the Knights.
Lowered the hit, avoided any helmet-to-helmet contact, anything like that. Just a clean, hard hit to dislodge the football. Beautiful play.
Here's the punt. A high driving kick. It's going to hit around the 45-yard line. It's going to get a nice roll off this turf and go out of bounds inside the 35.
But how about that? That's just a 33-second drive as there was 3 incomplete passes from Knoch. And now Newcastle, they got the momentum. They've had the quick strike ability. They already have a 2-play scoring drive, a 1-play scoring drive, both with Kayvon Gardner long touchdown runs. He's got 3 now, 10 carries, 165 yards, and those 3 scores.
So first down and 10, ball at the 34-yard line here for the Canes, trailing by 6. Carell Harris at quarterback. Gardner will be in the running back. McKnight, Harrison, and Lemon are your wide receivers. Here's the snap. Handoff again. Gardner. It's going to slip by one defender and get across the 35 and brought down around the 36, 37-yard line. Braylon Davis is your tight end. We have Schaefer, Picario, Diaz, and Fambro with Stevens on the line for Newcastle. Harris takes the snap. He's going to come out to his right side, looking to run. Cuts back left, has room to the 50, cuts outside. He's to the 45, he's to the 30. It's a race again. Harris, touchdown. Canes tie the game at 26.
I'm not sure. I think there's a flag back near midfield. Yes, there is. This one is coming back. Mr. Pizzulo, I'm sorry you set off the fireworks too early. A 63-yard touchdown. There it is.
We're going to get a block in the back, downfield around the 45-yard line.
Oh, my. But again, you can see the electric running, this time from Kyrell Harris. And if hold was before this part. So it'll still go as an 18-yard carry and then the 10-yard holding penalty.
So it's to be first down and 10 after they mark down the ball. And it'll be at the 45-yard line for Newcastle.
He gets to the 45, yes.
So first down and 10, 3:38 remaining here in the third. 6 points not on the scoreboard here for the Canes on that penalty.
Still remains a 6-point Knoch lead if you're listening on City View Radio. Thanks for tuning in.
Here's the snap. And this is Gardner again. Gardner to the 50. Gardner spins to the 49, stays on his feet, and is we forced out of bounds? No,
he never went out. Ow.
He just refused to go down. Kayvon Gardner just absolutely refuses to go down.
Speaking of down, though, Keaton Oprosky down on the turf at the end of that play, a little slow to get up. Looks like he's going to make his way off the field. Now the training staff has come on the field. I think they have to bring him off, right?
Yeah. If they came out to see him, he has to come out for at least one play.
And that's what the training staff's trying to tell him. We have a trainer out on the field. They are required to take him off, and there he goes.
Yeah, big shout out to Dave Ferris over at Struthers, Ohio, running the City View. Appreciate what they bring to our broadcast each week. Sending it around the world.
Yeah. And we had some listeners last week from India.
Back to pass again. This will be McKnight. And McKnight gets across the 50 down to the 45-yard line.
And if it's where they're spotting, that will be enough to move the chains.
Yeah, I was going to see exactly where they spotted, but it is a first down here for the Canes. 2:45 on a moving clock here in the third quarter. Quaylen Davis in the game. He'll be in the slot off the wing, I guess you want to call it, on the left-hand side. McKnight on the far left. Harris looks over to defense, takes the snap. He's going to keep. Harris slips inside, gets to the 40, moves outside and gets 2 more yards and is down at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, give him a gain of 7 there. I'll tell you what, again, film study, he'll look and see, that ball was hanging out there a little bit more than I think Coach Mazzocco and company would like. But I love, though, what Coach DePorzio has done in calling the offense here in the second half, using not always true run-pass options, but allowing your quarterback to make some runs, allowing your speedster to get some space, whether it's up the middle or on the outside, getting a little misdirection, and using a couple of lead blockers and saying, our guys are going to outdo your guys on the line.
That is Kayvon with the ball. Kayvon around the corner, flag down. Kayvon's going to get to the end zone, but this is going to come back.
Yeah, they're going to get, and this is the issue, though, with sometimes when it's designed up the middle and bounce outside, Tim. You had inside blocking leverage from Chase Lemon on the outside, but because he tried to bounce it outside of him, he didn't let go in time, and it's going to come back for a holding penalty against the receiver. And it's a tough luck hold, but it's a hold every time because as soon as you bounce outside, the receiver's kind of in no man's land. If you don't let go immediately, you're going to get called for the hold every time.
So it'll be 10 yards from the 32-yard line.
So give Gardner another 5-yard carry, though, and then the 10-yard penalty.
And that should be a first down.
No, because, so it's 5 yards would have been the first down, but then a 10-yard penalty from there.
Yeah. So second down and 8 coming up here for Newcastle. Fans don't like it. That's the second touchdown coming off the board for a penalty flag. So the Canes will try again, and see if the third time could be the charm. Three receivers out to the right, one to the left. Harris in the pistol, takes the snap. He'll run out to his right. He's going to stick outside, look through, back to the left. Has room. He's to the 40, to the 30. He's going to cut back again. He gets tripped up at the 28-yard line. But Harris made a huge play there. We're going to get a flag after the play.
Yeah, so watch here at the end of the play. See, a player tries to avoid getting hit and ends up landing on top of Kyrell. No harm, none. It was not intentional, nothing malicious. But then Kyrell gets up and basically starts screaming in the kid's face because he thought he got hit late after the play. You got to let the official make that call. If it's a late hit, you got to let him make that call. You can't go and start getting in a player's face because now they always. It's like hockey. You always catch the second offender, Tim.
You always do. We'll see what officially comes down here as we have the officials in a huddle. Here comes the call. They're going to mark 15 yards off. However, it'll be first down and 10 now from the 42-yard line. So 3 huge penalties on this drive for the Canes. 2 of them took points off the scoreboard. This one negates a big run.
But this should be a first down because that's a dead ball penalty.
Yes, exactly.
But they have this. This one is wrong, folks. This should be a first. Yeah, there you go. He's saying right there, first down.
10.
Chain should
move.
There we go.
That's what I said. It should be first down and 10.
Yeah, there you go. They're moving the chains. They got it right. Okay. So 15-yard gain and a 15-yard penalty.
That is Gardner. Gardner to the 40, down to the 30. Gardner to the 27-yard line. Kayvon Gardner just following his blocks, cutting back to his left, picking up extra yardage, and another first down here for the Canes.
So that's a 16-yard gain there. I got him 14 carries for 194 yards on the evening.
We're down to 45 seconds on the clock here in the third.
Remember, there's been 35 yards of penalties against Newcastle on this drive as well.
3 receivers set, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. It's Gardner. Gardner cuts back right into the middle, down to the 20-yard line. And we're down under 30 seconds here to play in the quarter.
200 even now for KG, and now the question becomes: do you keep the foot on the gas right now, try to get one more play before the end of the quarter, or do you take momentum, go to the other side of the field? I think you're going to get to the line, see if you like what you have on 2nd and 4. If not, switch sides.
To the left of Harris. Give it to Gardner up the middle. He crosses the 20, gets the 18, and that'll be the last play of the third quarter.
But let me say right there, Tim, did you see that there were 3 defenders who were right there for the handoff, but they all waited at home because they know they have to respect Kyrell Harris's running ability. If you don't have his running ability like he's been doing already, they're going right at KG the entire way. Instead, you had some room, and it's going to be a 3rd and 2 when we come back and start the 4th quarter.
All right, we played 3 quarters of a football game. We'll be back for the 4th quarter right after this. You're watching LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
12 minutes on the clock as we enter the 4th quarter. Knoch leads by 6, 26-20. The Canes has the ball 3rd down and 3 inside the red zone at the 18-yard line.
Coming back to the game, we'll announce our MVP Insurance MVP of the game, as well as our Mela Chiropractic play of the game. We've had some great ones. Still not sure if we've seen what that play of the game might be.
Harris takes the snap. He's going to keep. Goes left side. He's going to get about a yard on the play. We'll bring up a 4th down and a long 2 coming up here.
Yeah, give him 1 and a good read there to pull the ball out from the belly that time. 0 for 4 on 3rd down. How about that for a stat?
Interesting, yeah. They haven't had many.
No. But now they're going to have a 4th down and about 1 to go. They're going to keep the offense out there. Coach Mazzocco talking with Harrison Wetzel. They're going to have to hurry up, though. It's about 10 on the play clock.
Yeah,
I think Coach Mo's going to have to burn their timeout.
They're going to have to use a timeout here.
Their first Pontius Insurance
There it
timeout.
is.
Big thanks again, Dan Pontius. He put in for the Chaussee toss. He loved the idea of, hey, we're going to put in for this 50-50. We've never won it, but it's going to be fun to go and toss the tickets every week. Heck no. Lee Moan says enough of that. Big thanks that the money won from that 50-50 over at Union, and any money that we win the rest of the year at the 50-50 tosses.
Shout out to the newlyweds tomorrow.
Oh, absolutely. I was talking about the newlyweds, Dr. Bowser, Dr. Kelsey Bowser, and Dr. Chris Ardro getting married tomorrow for Maley Chiropractic. Big thanks to them for all that they've done to support us. We'll announce our Maley Chiropractic play of the game at the end of this one for sure as well. And also, get ready to keep an eye on social media. Beginning Monday, we will have our first nomination window for your September LCAP Team of the Month, as well as our male and female athlete of the month. So stay tuned for that coming up. Again, those nominations will open up on Monday.
4th and a long one here for the Canes.
12th play of the drive, Tim. Canes down by 6, early 4th quarter. Biggest play of the game right here.
In the pistol is Harris. Gardner darts the eye. Hand off to Gardner. Goes out wide. He's going to get there. Eye's going to be really close.
Yeah,
I think he got it.
He needed the 16. He got to the 15. I like the idea. Stretch play. Get it to your speedster. Out on the edge, let him make the decision when to plant that right foot and cut. How about this, though? Again, we mentioned 0 for 4 on 3rd down. How about the teams combined 5 for 5 on 4th downs?
That has been the play of the game there in a lot of ways. That is a unique stat. 5 for 5 on 4th downs between both schools. All right, 1st down and 10, though. Ball at the 15 in the red zone. And of course, check out the red zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock. Here's the snap. Gardner with the ball. Gardner's going to get trapped in the backfield and lose a couple.
See, now here's the thing. That's the 13th play of the drive, and they've all been rushing plays. Now you're in the red zone where it's tougher to throw the ball to begin with. And that's where, okay, now you got 7, 8, 9, 10 guys in the box because there's not been the threat of the pass. So no, I guess you shouldn't say a terrible surprise that eventually they're going to catch you on one of those in the backfield. So now on 2nd and 11, here's where you question, do you go to the air now or do you try to contain, now maybe you are thinking pass. Hey, let's try to change it up with a run again.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Harris will roll left side. He'll fire on the move. It's tipped and going to fall incomplete as he had a couple people in pattern out there, including Travis Wetzel, and the ball almost got on a tip, got to Lemon.
I do want to correct myself. There was a 5-yard pass to McKnight early on in this drive. But now it's 3rd down 11, and again, you don't need to get all of this here. Just over 10 minutes to go in the game. You're down by 6. You don't need to get all 11 yards right here. If you get 5, 6, 7 yards, you make it a 4th down and much more manageable. That's what you got to be thinking right now.
2 receivers out to the left, 2 to the right.
Got to hurry, though. 5 on the play clock.
Harris in the pistol, takes the snap, gives to Gardner. Gardner bounces off one defender and goes forward, crosses the 15 down to the 14. They'll get a couple yards back, but again, it's going to bring up a long 4th down.
Yeah, I think the early indecision, they had to kind of rush to the line, didn't get fully set, and it almost looked like the snap came before some of the line was ready. Didn't get off their blocks quickly enough, or out of their stance into the blocks quickly enough, I should say. So now 4th down and 9, best play of the game. What is Coach DePorzio and staff on the offensive coaching staff? What do they dial up here? 4th and 9, they got to get it to the 5-yard line to move the chains.
Trailing by 6. 4th down and 9. Here's the snap. Harris back to pass. He'll fire to the end zone. It's going to be a jump ball. Incomplete.
Yeah, they're trying to go for Lemon in the back corner. And how about this? A 16-play drive.
Ends with no points.
Yeah, and it takes up about 7 minutes of offense, too. But no points.
I remind everybody our out-of-town scoreboard is brought to you by Transit Authority, going your way. Why drive when you can relax and ride. Daily routes to Pittsburgh as well, routes all around Lawrence County. Visit newcastletransit.org for more information and routes, schedule, and remember, senior citizens ride for free.
7 minutes, 15 seconds to be precise. But now, okay, defense needs to step up and make a stop here, down by 6.
Mullen going to keep. And a nice defensive stop there for the Canes. Mullins will only get a couple on the play and bring up 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, that's going to say right at the line of scrimmage, no gain. He's been contained a lot more here in this second half. Now with 7 carries in the second half for just 14 yards after going over the century mark in the first half. So the defense has made some good adjustments.
Mullins in the pistol. Circa in the backfield. To the right of Mullins. Circa with the ball. Gets to the 20 and brought down around the 21-yard line. Maybe the 22.
Yeah,
it's
good
going to
run.
be close to the sticks. It's a little bit better run than I thought. I mean, just shy, I think, of the first down. They'll bring up a 3rd down and about 2 coming up here for Mullins and the Knights. Down to 8 minutes here to play in tonight's 4th quarter. Here's the snap. Mullins will throw. He'll complete it to Spencer. Spencer will get to the 31-yard line. And a 1st down here on that quick little out pattern that has been successful tonight. They've used that about 3 or 4 different times here, James. And Mullins was able to find Spencer for that quick little out for the 1st down.
Yeah, 10-yard gain, but now Spencer down at the end of the play. This looks like it's just a cramp. Cramp
Yes.
brought to you by Penn Ohio Bottled Water. Well, usually we're going to have one last hot Friday here. Unfortunately, it looks like we're going to have plenty of not bottled water, but sky water coming at us over the next week. But we're hopeful that we can have the Band Fest on Wednesday. Hopefully we'll have some dry games for football coming up next Friday as well. Again, we're planning for a triple header. Stay tuned. We're hoping to make it happen. Shenango is traveling to Neshannock, Mohawk hosting Union, and Farrell hosting Wilmington as the 3 games on docket. I want to give a shout out to, there were half of the county got their homecoming queens announced today. How about that?
Oh, fantastic.
For Newcastle here tonight, Catherine Rice. Union, Addie Noge, the homecoming queen. Mohawk, Avery Sun. And for Shenango, Julia Graham, the daughter of Coach Graham.
Wow, well, fantastic. Congratulations to all. And may they have a successful, happy homecoming celebration. Here's the snap. And it is Mullins on a keeper. Rolls out to his left. Mullins going to fire as a move. And the ball is caught. No, incomplete there for Roulet.
Yeah, that would have been one heck of a catch had he done so. I'll tell you what, give a lot of credit to the Newcastle linebackers and defensive backs because they didn't come immediately charging up. That would have given an early, easy look to get it to Ethan Rouleau. But on the other side of it, you still didn't go and wait back too long and allow an easy gain. That was about as perfectly drawn up as you could do it for the defense. But what another great play fake from Mullen.
Yeah, Mullen in the shotgun again. He's going to keep. Mullen up the middle. Crosses the 35 and gets close to the 40. Going to be just shy of the sticks.
And Coach Mazzocco is absolutely livid because
they're going to give him the 1st down.
Yeah, there was a huge hunk of jersey there right in the get-go. Could have been a block in the back. That actually was a good no call.
Take that back. Just shy of the 1st down.
So 3rd and 1. There was no block in the back because the block initiated at the line. You can continue if it goes into the back. That one's fine. But Marcus Diaz got an absolute fistful of jersey. He got spun all the way around.
Mullins will take the snap. He has 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Circa in the backfield. It's a keeper by Mullins. Mullins has room to midfield. Mullins to the 45 and dragged down from behind by McKnight at the 41-yard line.
And Mullen now slow to get up after that 19-yard pickup. Moves the chains again on 3rd down.
Huge 1st down here for Knoch as they lead this game by 6 with 6:40 remaining here in the 4th quarter.
How about 7 of 15 on third downs? I don't know if I've ever seen a game where a team has got 15 third downs before.
Yeah. 2 receivers left and right. Mullins is shotgun. Mullen will keep. Across the 40, down to the 37-yard line. And that has been Cody Mullen Knight here for the Knoch Knights.
Yeah, I would be very shocked at this point if you take the ball out of his hands. Let your playmaker make plays.
And see if the Canes can make an adjustment and make a stop. Under 6 minutes here to play in the fourth quarter. The clock now, play clock down to 15. Mullen gonna throw behind and off his turnaround and hit Keaton Oprosky, but Oprosky was not ready for that ball yet.
Well, I mean, that's just a timing route, and that's exactly Mullen did everything correctly. He felt the blitz on his left side, so he throws to the right side. He knows it's a 5-yard, 6-yard stop route. He throws it right literally where Oprosky's going to stop. Yeah. And Oprosky, before he can get his head turned around, he has the ball bouncing right off that number 1 on his chest. Just as a receiver, you got to, as soon as you get in your break, you got to turn your head immediately. What's the throw? Maybe a split second early? Yes, but you got to get your head around.
Mullen, back to pass, looking left side. He's in trouble, flags down, and he's sacked.
Warren's going to get the sack. First man through is the one who actually is going to draw the penalty. DJ Gordon forced the hold. You're going to get a holding call that will be declined. You're also going to have Jaden Schaefer hobble his way off the field as he may have gotten rolled up at the end of that play. So here's your options. It's either going to be third down and about 17, or it's going to be fourth down and about 12. I mean, you got to take 4th and 12.
Oh, you got to take 4th down and 12. You have no choice. You want the ball back.
So a loss of 6 on the sack.
They'll go into punt formation again. Remember, Cody Mullen is also the punter. He's already ran once today. They're going to send 2 back here. That surprises me. I think they would keep 1 up just to be a spy on Mullen.
Just under halfway through this fourth quarter. Still a 6-point Knoch lead, but they wait, and they're going to use every second before snapping this football to boot it away.
Here's down to 1, and they're going to take the penalty.
Yeah, I think they're just going to take the delay of game. Which can't say I blame him. The last one he coffin cornered from about the same spot, literally hit the pylon. Give him 5 more yards. And if you're, I'll tell you what too, if you're Coach Tim Burchett and you're the Knoch Knights, you are saying, you know what? I'm gonna punt this out of bounds. I'm not gonna give Chase Lemon any chance in the world. Yeah. Now this I don't believe is correct. It's over 4 minutes to go, so maybe not. If it's so. They fixed this rule in the NFL. They could take another delay a game if they wanted to and waste another 40 seconds, and the clock would keep running. But instead, they do finally snap it.
Here's the kick. Lemon's going to let it bounce, gets behind him. He'll pick it up inside the 5. Lemon down to the 10. Lemon outside to the 13 to the 15.
Ball came out,
loose.
Tim.
Knoch came up with it. Knoch has the turnover. Knoch came up with it. Lemon didn't want to go out of bounds, tried to make an extra move. They knock it out of his hands, and the Knights fall on it at the 13-yard line. A huge turn of events.
Once it went past Lemon, he had to just try to let it go into the end zone. Well, first off, what a crazy punt. It bounced about a foot from the sideline and bounced back inwards. He goes back, gets it at the 5-yard line. Makes a few men miss, but then a great job by the Knights on the special teams because they held him up and did not let him do anything with it.
Here's the snap. Mullins with the ball, goes to the right side. Mullins going to get inside the 10, stays on his feet and drags tacklers down close to the 6-yard line. So I bring up 2nd down and goal coming up here. Actually, 2nd down and let's call it 3. And again, the clock will continue to run. 20 seconds still on the play clock. The Knights will not be in any hurry with a 6-point lead, trying to get a 12-point lead here.
Yeah, or even a field goal would be
Huge, yes.
Yeah.
Fitted up 2 scores. Here's Mullins on the keeper. He'll get spinned around, stays on his feet, gets back to the line of scrimmage around the 5-yard line. Maybe gain 1 on the play. A flag came after the play. That will stop the clock. But who was this flag on? I'm not sure. I did not see any who may have made the personal foul here.
Well, if it's against Knoch, it's detrimental because it's pushing you back 15 yards. And
very well may be, because they're coming to talk to Coach Bo.
Yeah, may move it out of field goal range. But if it's on Newcastle, I don't want to say it's not as bad. It's only half the distance, but you get a fresh set of downs. Somebody's got an unsportsmanlike conduct, and that's just with 3:48 remaining.
I think you got to push them back, even though they get the down over.
No, it's against Newcastle. They're pushing it forward.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a signal of what the official foul was, but it's going to be first and goal now after that penalty.
First and goal for Knoch at the 2-yard line.
Never a signal of what the foul was there, Tim.
No.
So here at this point, you almost got to say you got to let Knoch score, right?
Yeah, you really do. You got to score twice.
Let Knoch score so you can get the ball back more quickly. Give yourself more time. You got to score 2 times.
And here's Mullen. Mullen will get into the end zone on the keeper on the right-hand side. So Mullen scores his 3rd touchdown of the game. And do we have another flag just fly up? Yes, we did.
Yep.
So tempers are flying, and frustration is showing on the field here at Taggart Stadium.
Well, the issue right now is Newcastle's last 2 drives. Last drive in particular, a 16-play drive that came up with no points.
Yeah. Stalled inside the red zone.
Yep, and then you finally get a stop. You get the punt. You force the punt, and you end up dropping
the ball.
Yep.
And give Knoch a short field. That's the 2nd time they've had the ball on a fumble recovery, or a turnover, I should say, inside the red zone.
Not inside the red zone, inside the 15-yard line.
I know. Well, 2 flags are still on the floor. Let's see if they actually show us what transpired here. Here we go. We got a dead ball foul, personal foul against Newcastle.
And unsportsmanlike as well.
Unsportsmanlike on Knoch. So they'll offset, and it won't matter, and we'll just have the point after. And a kick at the 40-yard line. So Mullen, as they go for 2.
Interesting.
Cody Mullen trying to push it out to a 14-point lead. He'll roll out. He's in trouble. He'll get it to throw over, and it'll be incomplete into the end zone. So he'll stay a 12-point game with 3:28 here to play.
Interesting, though, Timmy. You kick the field goal or the extra point, then you require Newcastle to at least make 1 of 2 extra points if they can score twice. Right. Now they just need to make 1 instead of making 1 to tie, 2 to win. It's just 1 to win. You got to score touchdowns first. But again, with how quickly Newcastle's been able to move the ball, a couple of really quick scoring, long touchdown runs, this game long from over. I know there's just 3 minutes and 28 seconds left. This game's still far, far from over when you got guys by the name of Kyrell Harris, Nate McKnight, and of course Kayvon Gardner.
This is where their special team has had troubles here, is on kickoffs, because what Knoch has done so successfully here, James, is kick over the initial line and have the ball roll. Matter of fact, it's gotten past the up backs and rolled sometimes inbounds and out of bounds, but one time they got the onside kick with that. So it'll be interesting to see if they make any type of adjustment here to put maybe Lemon up front in that second tier and keep McKnight and maybe someone else deep.
And also keep in mind here too, Tim, there's already been now 2 in the second half, 3 in the entire game where Knoch has gotten an extra possession essentially because of turnovers.
Oh, turnovers have been the story of the game tonight.
Well, and Coach Mo said it perfectly in the pregame show. Those are the things that you need to try to cut down on here as you get close to conference play, get this far in the season. There's just been too many pre-snap penalties throughout the year. They've limited those tonight for sure, but penalties and penalties galore. And what's going on now? We have a whistle back here.
So Knox teed the ball up on the far hash mark.
But the referee and the umpire at the goal line are
kind of had a conversation here. Not sure what for.
They're talking about whether they're going to go to the crane room after the game. Say the warning word flag if you go to the crane room after the game, and you will get yourself a free Crane Chips appetizer. There was a flag thrown, actually. I didn't even see that.
Was there?
Yeah, the official over here on the near sideline just picked his up and put it back in his pocket. But
okay, maybe they thought it was a delayed game.
yeah, that's what I looked for first, but the play clock still said 14 at that point.
Well,
I have 6 officials on the field all looking at each other.
Yeah, they're just waiting for.
So Coach,
maybe
Coach on the far
timeout.
Coach Burchett on the far sideline is still asking for an explanation about something.
I think he didn't realize there were offsetting calls.
He thought there was just the one.
Yeah. Maybe that's why he was wondering why he's not moved up to the 45-yard line to kick this off.
Big thanks again to the Newcastle Transit Authority. They're going your way. Senior Citizens Ride for Free, our out-of-town scoreboard. All those scores coming across your bottom line. Southside starting to take control over Shenango in the second half of that game. 34-21, they lead the Cats. 33-6, Western pulling away from the Scotties. Union's going to fall to 2-0. Last we saw Rochester 12-10 over Laurel at the half. Big game there, too, for Laurel.
Short kick, fielded inside of 25. They bring it across the 40. Kick it out. That's McKnight. He's to the 50. McKnight turns on his jets. McKnight to the 30, to the 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown.
And that's why it's so important. Every point's so important, Tim, because boom, one play, no plays really. A 75-yard kick return. You think you got him bottled up on that far sideline. You sneak away from one. See you later. And it just takes 13 seconds on the kick.
Nate McKnight goes 74 yards for that touchdown on the kick return. And now the all-important point after here for Thomas.
And now with how quick that is, too, we'll discuss in a minute, but onside kick is not a necessity now. You still have 2 timeouts remaining. You don't have to immediately go and think you need to try to go onside.
Here's the snap in the hold. The kick is up, and it is through. So with 3:15 remaining here in the fourth quarter, the Canes strike on a kickoff return of 74 yards by Nate McKnight to cut the lead to 32-27. We're going to keep it right here because we don't want to miss anything going forward. But we will tell you, stay tuned for tonight's Play of the Game by Maley Chiropractic. We'll bring you that here after the game, and also the MVP Insurance MVP of the game. So you don't want to miss either of those because, quite honestly, I'm going to be with you. I don't know who I'm choosing yet.
No, I'm absolutely with you. I have no idea what this is going to entail. But still 3 minutes and 15 seconds left.
So we got a huge kickoff coming up here for the Canes. And a decision here by Coach Mazzocco what to do. As you mentioned, 2 timeouts defensively left if you kick it deep. Do you kick a skip kick and see if you can hit it off of someone and try to recover it?
I think you do exactly what Knoch has been doing. Take a little pooch over the top. They're in onside recover. They got 9 guys between the 40 and 50-yard line. They're expecting something short. You got Kayvon Gardner ready to boot it away. I think you try a little squib or a little pooch over the top, see if you can get a good bounce.
And it's a kick deep. Fielded and down to the ground goes Knoch, and that is Roulet who makes the catch.
And that's just a little too deep. You want it a little bit more shallow. Let it bounce. You never know what could end up happening with a crazy bounce or something like that. But nonetheless, smart play, though, by Rouleau, just saying, hey, I'm going to go fall right on it. 3:15 remaining.
So here comes the Knoch Knights, leading 32-27.
Your quarterback, Cody Mullen, 163 yards, running the football with 3 touchdowns. He's also thrown for a touchdown. He's got to be a nominee for an MVP insurance MVP of the game.
2 receivers, 2 left and right. Cody Mullen in shotgun.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if
he's going to keep.
Yeah.
He goes left side. He's going to pick up some yards, get close to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'd be really shocked if he's not carrying the football.
I was going to say, yeah. I mean, obviously the spy is on Mullen. The question is, can you get to him? Will this offensive line behind Myers, Noah Bourne, Sobalski, Pinkerton, and Martin be enough to keep this game alive here for Knoch to run out the final 2.5 minutes here to play?
But if Newcastle stacks the line like this too, will they give their quarterback Mullen the free rein to throw it if he thinks that that's the right move?
Here's the snap. Mullen keeps, goes the right side. He has room. And there is defense at the last second, a one-on-one tackle at the 32-yard line.
Mason Cook making that one-on-one tackle, the open field tackle on the far sideline.
Here's that replay. Look at that play. He
Textbook.
just closed in on him.
Head up, seeing the entire way what's going on. Give him a gain of 1. 3rd down and 5. Timeout Newcastle, their second charge timeout as the clock stopped with 2:24 remaining. Still 1 timeout left for the Canes, trailing by 5, 32-27.
So this is going to be a huge play in this ball game here. 3rd down and 6. Ball at the 31-yard line of Knoch. Obviously, if you keep them behind the line or the line of gain, you'd probably use your final timeout.
Yeah.
And then force Knoch to make a decision. And we'll see what happens here. But right now, the Canes defense, this is their game right now on this 3rd down and 6 from the 32-yard line.
Nothing else matters at this point. If you're Knoch, again, I think you get the chance to move the pocket, give Mullen a chance to make a play and be an athlete. If you're Newcastle, stay at home, stay with your assignments, don't have eyes too much in the backfield, know your responsibilities.
Mullen will bring 2 from left to right. They'll bring a 3rd. They'll hand it off. That is Rulo. And big hit in the backfield. Oh my, that's Cook, I believe. No.
6. It's Mason Cook.
It is Mason
yet again.
Cook. Yes. Wow. A timeout. Newcastle, 2:24 to play.
Again, they went with a misdirection. It worked for Rulo in the first half, going the other direction. Make the handoff, bring him on the end around. This time the defense stayed at home beautifully to make the hit. Newcastle took the timeout with 2:24 remaining. That's their 3rd and final. So they're going to get the ball back after that run for no gain. They're going to get the ball back with about 2 minutes to go. And again, all it takes is one play the way this offense can run the football. The way they've run it tonight, at least.
That instant replay brought to you by LCAP, improving the quality of life in Lawrence County. Let LCAP Early Learning help you and your little ones blossom. Immediate opening for child care preschool classrooms across Lawrence County. Give them a call today, 724-944-7671. Here we go, 4th down.
McKnight and Lemon standing at about their own 30-yard line, awaiting this punt from Mullen on 4th and 5.
Remember,
Watch the hard count. Watch the hard count as Knoch's going to now take a timeout.
Yeah, they wanted to see what lined up here.
Kind
of like a basketball timeout.
Yeah.
See what your defense do, and then we'll take a timeout and reevaluate what we want to do.
And if you're Coach Mazzocco in that Newcastle huddle, you got to be saying, watch the football, and then when it's snapped, don't go running in like crazy because, again, that is the quarterback who has already rushed once from the punt formation on 4th down to move the chains. If you're Knoch, you really – I don't want to say you have nothing to lose here because this is a big non-conference game when it comes to potential wild cards. But, again, looking at it, I don't know that you get a 3rd team out of the Greater Allegheny. If we can throw the standings up real quick, Matt Flannery, looking at this Greater Allegheny Conference, I don't know that you get a 3rd team as a wild card in that conference. Mars, McKeesport are expected to be them. Maybe West Mifflin or Knoch, if they're the 3rd, could be. Obviously, if they take 1st or 2nd, that's a whole other story. It's just very more obvious to me, at least, that the Big 6 Conference is probably going to get a 3rd bid when you got Thomas Jefferson, Laurel Highlands, Bell Vernon, and Char Valley all doing battle in there. But, so, again, this game means a lot, even though it's non-conference. Knoch, I think, has much less to lose. Newcastle, much more to gain. Here we go, 4th and 5, punt team out there.
Mullen in punt formation. Here's the snap. He's going to kick it away.
And just
he'll
push
kick
it
it
out
out of bounds. Kick it away, and it'll be marked at the 41-yard line. So the Canes will have the ball first down and 10 at their own 41, trailing 32-27 with 2:20 to make. So not a surprise there. They kicked away from both those returners for the Canes. But now there's an opportunity for the playmakers to make one more big play. Harris at quarterback, Garner at running back. McKnight, Harris, and Lemon are your running backs. Qualon Davis, when he's on the field, is at tight end.
No timeouts left for Newcastle. No timeouts left for Newcastle.
No timeouts left for Newcastle. Harris in shotgun. 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Harris going to roll to his right. He's going to keep. He's going to pivot backwards. He'll come the other way, has open field. He's to the 45, to the 50, and out of bounds. Nice play there by Correll Harris, pivoting, going back to his left, and gaining yardage, and getting out of bounds, stopping the clock.
It's it's not how you design it. It's really not what you want to see your quarterback do, because, again, that's what leads to a lot of holdings and blocks in the back. And I'll tell you what, a great shot to get him in the backfield there from Carter Barris, but he just could not quite bring him down. Smart, though, in the end. Your Headsley senior quarterback gets out of bounds after that 8-yard gain. Ball just shy of midfield.
So, again, 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left as they move right to left on your devices. Back to pass. Harris throws the bomb. He has Knight open. Knight at the 20. Knight touchdown. Nate McKnight gets the touchdown. Oh, my goodness. And we have a 33-32 lead for the Canes with 2:04 still to play.
51 yards on the money. Perfect pass. And now up by 1. The Canes should be going for 2. They're going to get their offense out there to go for 2 to try to make it a 3-point game. He said he didn't take long. They're going to get McKnight back out of the field. He doesn't realize, oh, wait, we're going for 2.
Yeah. So McKnight will be at the bottom of your screen. At the top of your screen is Damian Harris. Harris at quarterback. Harris rolls to his left. He's going to keep. He has room. Harris into the end zone for 2. 35-32, 2:04 here to play. Oh, my goodness.
All right, so just to keep this in mind, Newcastle has a 35-second scoring drive, a 12-second scoring drive, a 13-second on a kick return scoring drive, quote-unquote, and now a 16-second scoring drive. The 2-point conversion makes it 35-32, 51-yard bomb. Again, all runs. They've only attempted 4 passes the entire second half, Tim. Even in a 2-minute drill, they're still expecting to run. You get a little play action there on 2nd and 2. Lob it right down the middle. What a beautiful read. The little post route, deep post, wide open between the safeties. Newcastle in the lead, but you cannot be complacent right now.
No.
Knoch has moved the ball very well. They still have 2 timeouts left to go themselves.
Yes. And this is a huge kickoff here for the Canes. They have to be able to get downfield and make the tackle. They can't give them field position. This is a special teams play of the game right now here for the Canes.
This is the loudest Taggart Stadium has been in a decade, easily.
Deep kick. It's going to bounce inside the 10. They'll roll inside the 5. Picked up there. And brought down at the 9-yard line. Keaton Obrowski got the ball go right by him. He had to run it down inside the 5. He's brought it back to the 10. And it'll be first down and 10 for the Knoch Knights at their own 10-yard line. 1:59 here to play in the 4th.
It's been mainly the run game for Knoch here, Tim. No doubt about it. But keep in mind, Mullen has thrown the ball. I don't know if you realize, he's thrown it 27 times tonight.
No, I had no clue it was that many.
I wouldn't think so either until looking at my numbers. He's thrown it 27 times.
Mullen, he's back to pass. He's going to move. He's in pressure and brought down for a sack. back at the 5-yard line.
Jaden Schaefer yet again.
Schaefer, the junior, 6'3", 230-pounder, coming through here for the Canes. 2nd down and 15. Mullen takes the snap. He's in the end zone. He's going to look. He comes out, and he's brought down again. They got to get the ball off.
Is there a receiver in the area? Is he in the grasp? Is he out of the end zone if they do try to call intentional grounding?
He was out of the end zone. The question is, do they call him in the grasp? No, they're going to call it just incomplete ball and put the ball at the 5-yard line.
Impressive to do that, to get it out, to fight through and throw it. He threw it about 40 yards into the Knoch band.
So 3rd down and 15. Ball at the 5-yard line. Cody Mullen has done it all here tonight for the Knox Knights. He's going to try to reach into his bag of tricks one more time. Back to pass. He's under pressure. He's going to be inside the end zone. Does he get out? Yes.
He does.
Oh, he throws it forward. I believe it was caught.
It was. It was
out to the 10-yard line.
Caught by Spencer. How he gets out of a 3-man tackle in the end zone, I have no idea. How he gets the pass off to Spencer for a 5-yard gain, I have no idea.
Magical.
But then the magical play by the defense, so to stay there and make the tackle. Clock's running, by the way. We're under a minute to go. It's 4th down and 4. Knoch finally notices and calls a timeout with about 55 seconds remaining.
Huge play there by the defense for the Canes. As they come to the sidelines to talk to their coordinators, to get ready for this huge 4th down play, 4th down and 15. Ball at the 11-yard line, let's call it, of Knoch.
So it's 4th down and 4, still 1 timeout left. Getting a first down is not the end of the world here if you're a Newcastle fan. Knoch, you still got to be thinking, you got to be talking not only what play we're going to run to get the first down, but what are we doing when the play ends? Are we immediately going and spiking the ball if it's inbounds? That's probably got to be your play. You shouldn't be thinking to take your time out immediately because the clock will stop momentarily to move the sticks. So I would think that's what they also got to be talking about, not just about the idea of the play call itself. How about the blocking? Maybe they ought to be talking about the blocking because Newcastle has basically been meaning at the quarterback here for the last 3 plays.
Cody Mullen at quarterback. He's in the pistol. Mullen takes the snap. He's back to pass. Here comes the Canes. Flags everywhere.
Ball's loose. Recovered by the Canes. There's flags on the play, Tim. It ain't going to matter. Newcastle recovers the fumble, and it's going to be Newcastle 4-0.
Unbelievable comeback win here for the Canes. All they got to do is get in victory formation. Knoch does have 1 timeout.
It's not going to matter. Penalty will be declined on the hold. Knoch can take that timeout. It will not matter. Newcastle, Tim, we talked about it. We didn't say it all during the broadcast, but we talked about it on the Penn Ohio Bottled Water podcast show.
Yes.
From the beginning. If Newcastle could get through the first game, they had a legit shot that they could be 5-0 through non-conference play. We had no doubts that Coach Mazzacco and his staff could pull something like this off. I don't know if Newcastle as a whole did. They all believed they could. But in their hearts, did they really, truly think that that would be a possibility? We definitely do now. Newcastle, not exactly in victory formation, but we'll see if they just snap in shotgun and take a knee. No, they are going to hand it off
to KG, and he'll get into the end zone for the touchdown.
He'll ice it off with his 4th touchdown of the game, 9th of the year. 50 seconds remaining, 49 seconds remaining. Newcastle with a 2-score advantage. They weren't going to take any chances.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know who we're going to select for player and play of the game because we could pull out 4 or 5 different names and not be wrong for any of them. But what a huge score, too. And this is what we were talking about during the podcast. If you can put that extra touchdown on the scoreboard, when teams don't see you play, it matters.
You know, that's a great point right there because a lot will be out there. In fact, I was thinking at the moment, why are you running the ball? It does. It's almost like style points of you got. I mean, the Gardner point system doesn't matter. If it was Gardner points, it's a no-brainer. You had to go for that score to put yourself up by 10 like they do with this extra point. Then it's an absolute no-brainer. Even still now, again, you're not going to see every one of these committee members watch every single game. They're going to scoreboard watch a little bit, and that's about it. that you need to go and put that in the end zone. Yeah, I was thinking otherwise at first, Tim, but that's a great point. You got to be thinking about it.
It really does. Great coaching again by Coach Mazzocco. This team has never give up and believing in themselves and the opportunity that presents themselves. They live on big plays, but that's okay when you're successful doing it. And then you come up with big plays defensively late in the ball game, like they just did down here at the other end of the field. And it makes such a difference. Congratulations here to the Canes and what they were able to achieve tonight, trailing this ball game by 2 touchdowns, 12 points with less than 3.5 minutes here to play. And to take the lead with still over 2 minutes left. It was just a phenomenal effort here. Thomas tees up the ball at the 40-yard line. 49 seconds remaining. Omar Thompson, a sophomore, kicks the ball. Fielded at the 23. Rouleau brings the ball up, and he'll be down at the 32-yard line. Rouleau. And they'll bring first down and 10 coming up here for Knoch.
Run down by Jimmy Walker.
We're down to 44 seconds remaining. The Canes, 44 seconds from putting another digit in the win column. Mullen looks over to defense. He'll hand it off to Circa. Circa goes left side. He'll dive forward to the 35-yard line, and the clock will continue to run. We're down to 32 seconds on a moving clock. The Canes trailed this ball game by 12 points with 3:26, I believe, remaining in the game. Scored 2 touchdowns. One on a Nate McKnight kickoff return,
74
and the
yards,
other one was a Nate McKnight 51-yard reception from Kyrell Harris.
So they scored 3 touchdowns in the last 3 minutes, 15 seconds.
And there it is, down to 0. This game's over. The Canes move to 4-0 on the season with a huge home victory over the Knoch Knights.
Incredible. Come from behind. With 3 minutes left, people were walking out of here, Tim. And it's like the way that they're running the ball, the way that they are moving at so much speed so quickly down the field that this game was not over yet.
I guarantee you somebody was just crossing the fence line when McKnight was energized on that 74-yard touchdown run. And all of a sudden you seen this big pivot running back in.
You hope so. You hope there weren't people that were stuck outside of the Miami Heat arena. But unbelievable. Come from behind. Newcastle 42, Knoch 32. The Canes are 4-0 and will start conference play in the Parkway next week. But wow, we got a lot to recap in the postgame show here,
we
Tim.
Sure do. And the Tri-County Principal postgame show is coming your way next. Let's take a timeout. You're watching LC SportsNet on LC North, powered by LCAP.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
For the most complete recap of Friday night's high school football action, tune in on your way home from the game to the WPIAL Scoreboard Show, only here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Hi, this is Don Rebel. Join me in a cast of thousands for all the scores with recaps from the top games. Plus, we highlight the night on the Trib Live Roundtable. That's the WPIAL Scoreboard Show after the game on Friday nights on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and at tribhssn.triblive.com.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madure and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of their locations in Zingleopal or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One network.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
You guys ready? Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school. What should we do?
We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN. For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
And welcome back to our Tri-County Principals post-game show here at Taggart Stadium in Newcastle as the Canes come out a victory over the Knights here tonight, 42-32, and an amazing comeback win where they trailed by 12 with less than 3.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and scoring 3 touchdowns in that last 3.5 minutes to put the icing on the cake there as well. Tim, let's just get right into it. Let's try with our scoring recap here because it's going to take me a few seconds to get it. So right down the field, Knoch on their first possession, a 12-play drive. They get inside the red zone. They do stall, and Cannon Trofimuk kicks a 25-yard field goal. Newcastle goes 3 and out. The snap goes over the punter's head, back 37 yards. Knoch starts inside the 10-yard line, unable to put it in the end zone, but they do get a second 29-yard field goal this time from Trofimuk. It was 6-0 Knoch. That was the score at the end of the first quarter. They extended that after another Newcastle punt, another long drive, 10 plays, taking 4 minutes off the clock, right down the field, 2 for 2 on third down on the drive before Mullen runs in his first touchdown. Cody Mullen punching it in from 2 yards out. It was 13-0 Knoch early in the second quarter. Newcastle finally able to respond. They get a good drive of their own, a 9-play, 55-yard drive. They had a fourth down from about the 16-yard line. They threw it to the back of the end zone. Pass interference was called. Didn't give an automatic first down because there is no automatic first down, but on the next play, Kayvon Gardner runs it in from 10 yards out, made the score 13-7. After a 3 and out from Knoch, they get the ball right back with Newcastle. 2 plays, Kayvon Gardner escapes with one of the greatest runs that we've seen here in the history of Lawrence County SportsNet. A 45-yard run to pay dirt gave Newcastle a 14-13 lead there just under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Knoch, though, a great response from them. They go on a long drive in the 2-minute drill. They score with just 24 seconds remaining. Another Mullen run, this time from 3 yards out. 20-14. Their halftime score, Knoch led Newcastle. Canes got the opening kick. First play, 10 yards, looked good. Second play, though, they put it on the deck. Fumble recovery by Knoch. They drive right down, and they end up getting a touchdown pass from Mullen to Caden Spencer from 9 yards out. Again, another double-digit play drive. 11 plays, 5 minutes off the clock. Knoch now leads 26-14 as the PAT was blocked. Newcastle on their next possession. Actually, they didn't get a possession. Onside kick recovered from Knoch, by Knoch. Newcastle able to do enough to force the punt. They get the ball at the 20-yard line after a touchback. 80 yards. Kayvon Gardner just goes bananas how quickly he got past everybody, untouched 80 yards for the touchdown. Cuts the lead down to 26-20. They would get the ball back after another Knoch 3 and out. How about this? A 16-play drive for Newcastle going into the early stages of the fourth quarter. They get inside the 5-yard line but cannot put it in the end zone, and they end up having to give the ball up. Still trailing at that point 26-20, and it looks like, oh, this could be a little bit rough. You know, is that the last win Newcastle would have? Knoch drives down. They get to midfield. They have to punt it. On the punt return, Chase Lemon tries to do a little bit too much maybe, fumbles it inside his own 10-yard line. Knoch recovers it. 2 plays later, they punch it in the end zone with just 3.5 minutes to go. 3:20 on the clock, and it's a 2-score advantage, 32-20, with Knoch leading Newcastle. We said it right there. It's not over because Newcastle can strike quickly, and they did right on the very next kick. The kick return 74 yards from Nate McKnight to the house, made it 32-27. Newcastle elects to kick deep. They play defense. They get the stop they need. They get the ball at their own 41-yard line. 2 plays later, Nate McKnight again strikes, this time on a deep pass, 51 yards down the middle from Kyrell Harris. Perfect pass in stride to give the Canes a 35-32 lead after the 2-point conversion was good. Knoch now in 2-minute drive mode themselves and party in the backfield on all 4 plays, basically, Tim. Nowhere for Mullen to go. They turn it over on downs. Newcastle, just to make sure, icing on the cake, they run it in one last time. Kayvon Gardner, his 4th touchdown run of the game. That was just with 49 seconds remaining. Made the score 42-32, and that is your final score here at Taggart Stadium. I'll take a breath. 84 points on the board, but what a game. Newcastle now 4-0. Knoch falls to 1-3. Conference play beginning next week.
All right, that is our GEMS Masters Builders Craftsman scoring recap. That's your GEMS Masters Builders Craftsman scoring recap. Family-owned and operated general contractor for 4 generations. Their extensive construction experience and design capabilities and creative processes allow you to help any projects meet the challenge. Build your community for over 70 years. Visit gmbuilders-.com for more information.
So before we get into our awards here tonight, we got to bring Matt Flannery on. We've been trying for over a year now to get Matt Flannery to put a mic on, even for hockey, which is his bread and butter. But he says he's going to make his on-air debut. Take it away, Matt.
I mean, incredible game. And
Newcastle grad, we got to talk about that real quick, just how this feels right now, man.
Being a Newcastle alumni, you can't be more proud than what you see. You know, they battled adversity, they came back, they did the town proud. You know, they can't be any happier. But I got to end this on a knock-knock joke with you.
All right.
Knock-knock.
Who's there?
Owen.
Owen who?
0-2 for Yock and Knoch against Newcastle in their last couple of games.
How about that? Knock Yock, who's there? I'll tell you what a incredible set of games that we've seen at Taggart Stadium already. They hold on by 2 in the first game against General McLean at the very last second. This one they score 3 touchdowns in the last 3 minutes to take the win. Incredible stuff from Newcastle. And would you expect any less, truthfully, from Coach Mazzocco? I know a lot of people said, why are you taking this job? Well, guess what? They said that 12 years ago when he took the Neshannock job, too.
Yeah, and, you know, let's be honest. Great coaches find a way to inspire teams and put them in positions to succeed. And Coach Mazzocco's track record speaks for itself and everything that he's achieved and what he will still achieve here at Newcastle. And you're seeing a program revived. You're seeing a program that the community just so much wants to get behind. You and I experienced this on the basketball court for many years. Now we're seeing it here at Taggart Stadium. And it is just the beginning of what Red Hurricanes football will be like for years to come, let alone this season. We've only, played 4 games for Newcastle this year. There's a lot of games, a conference to play. Huge game next week against Aliquippa. We'll wait and see. We'll talk about that Wednesday. But more importantly, they need to celebrate tonight's win and then get refocused, tomorrow morning and whenever they have the film night and get ready for their next game. But enjoy tonight. A huge homecoming win. Congratulations to Kathleen Rice for being homecoming queen for Newcastle. And what a night to remember. A huge win for the Canes as they win at 42-32.
Couple quick stats. 74 plays run for Knoch. Actually, 76. I missed those last two handoffs. 76 plays for Knoch versus just 44 for Newcastle, but they got the big plays when they needed them. Cody Mullen, 34 carries for $157 and 3 touchdowns. He also threw a touchdown pass. Kyrell Harris, 88 yards passing and a touchdown. He also ran for 72 yards. Kind of a quiet 72, to be honest. But that's because Kayvon Gardner, 20 carries for 208 yards and 4 touchdowns. Tim, no doubt right there, that's your MVP insurance MVP of the game. Kayvon Gardner, another 4-touchdown night for KG.
MVP Insurance is proud to present the MVP of the Game award to Kayvon Gardner of Newcastle. MVP Insurance and the Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Kayvon here tonight for the MVP of the game. He'll receive a customized T-shirt, courtesy of the Red Zone, in recognition being tonight's MVP of the game. If you'll listen to this year's top MVPs, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on MVP of the game. Congratulations to KG one more time for being tonight's MVP of the game. MVP Insurance. Call MVP for the win.
Take your pick on play of the game, Tim, but there were so many great ones. Kayvon's couple crazy touchdown runs were incredible, for sure. Nate McKnight's touchdown on the kick return was insane, but it's the game winner, the dime from Kyrell Harris to Nate McKnight. 51 yards, the game-winning touchdown with 2 minutes left has to be your Mele Chiropractic play of the game.
The poise that Kyrell Harris showed on that pass, that 51-yard. He went back to pass, stepped a couple step back, and then he seen McKnight break wide open. And he didn't panic. He just laid it out there, and McKnight ran right underneath it. And in stride, it was able to take it the last 10 yards into the end zone for the touchdown. A huge play. We've seen stadiums get electric before. I thought they may have blown a LED light here tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and I'm surprised that Coach Mazzullo had any fireworks left to set off after that one, for sure. But both Kyrell Harris and Nate McKnight are awarded with your Mele Chiropractic play of the game. They both received customized T-shirts courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of tonight's Mele Chiropractic play of the game. And I have a funny feeling that video of that play will be featured on our social media account and on the Trib Live High School Sports Network standout platform on Twitter and Instagram. Again, you can view the full list of both the MVPs of the game and the plays of the game. Go to lcsportsnet.com. Click on awards. Congratulations again, Kyrell Harris to Nate McKnight, your Mele Chiropractic play of the game. Let Mele Chiropractic keep you in the game. That play kept Newcastle undefeated on the season, 4-0. All knock-knock jokes aside, nobody's joking when they're talking about Newcastle anymore, that's for sure.
No, they're not. And it's going to be an exciting second half of the season when they get into conference play. And they got a tough road ahead. I mean, not to go too far ahead, but the next 3 Fridays are on the road. And they're really going to be challenged each and every week. First up is the Quips. We'll see how they handle it in El Equipa. But let's celebrate tonight's win. Let's enjoy the atmosphere that we were all part of and the amazing effort that we've seen on the field here from both schools. Because quite honestly, you don't get a game like that unless you have the opportunity to see 2 schools really battle it out.
Got a lot of thanks to give. First to the only Natel that's worth mentioning. That would be Robert Natel Sr. No, big
thanks to Rob.
Big thanks to Rob as well, and he and Asher Pistachio working our cameras here this evening for sure. Michael Greco and Matthew Flannery working on the production side of things here tonight, and again, everyone here at Newcastle so hospitable to us. I got a chance to talk to Mr. Yoho before the game as well. We're all set up and ready to go for what's going to be a fun night on Wednesday for the Band Fest as well. So make sure you stay tuned for that. We may have to call an audible, though, Tim. We got to at least ponder about a potential drive down to Aliquippa next Friday night. We got to at least consider it.
It definitely should be on the table.
We'll discuss. Stay tuned. Right now, we are scheduled to have a couple of county versus county games. Union traveling to Mohawk and Shenango traveling to Neshannock, and as well potentially a Wilmington going and facing Farrell. So stay tuned. We got to see what's coming up, but we will let you know. Stay tuned on Twitter, Instagram, all social media accounts. We'll have all that coming your way within the next probably 48 hours. We have a lot to think about, but right now all that matters. The 4-0 Newcastle Red Hurricanes. Not sure many people would have been putting that one on their bingo card.
And no question about it, but what a great night here at Taggart Stadium as the Canes come away with a 10-point win, 42-32 over to Knoch Knights. For everyone involved here at LC SportsNet, I'm Tim Continenza, wishing you all a wonderful good evening.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.